Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome everybody. We're here live from Lisbon High School. We have the North Dakota High School Wrestling inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium, Class A, Class B, or Division A, Division B, however you're pronouncing it now. But that's on tap tonight. We have Valley City versus the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. That's our first duel of the evening, and then Lisbon will come in, and Valley, or it would be Lisbon and Breck-Wahpeton, second duel of the evening, and then to close things out tonight, our nightcap is Lisbon versus Valley City. Wrestling on two mats, so we'll have our varsity duels on a mat inside the Lisbon, or one mat inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium, and then their prelim matches, which there are a number of those this evening on the boys' side of wrestling here inside the main gymnasium at Lisbon High School. We also have girls wrestling. You can catch that on yourliveevent.com on a separate stream. That's over in the Armory, or otherwise affectionately known by those alumni as the Omni here in Lisbon, North Dakota. You can catch that also on yourliveevent.com. So big night of wrestling. They're calling it the Lisbon Extravaganza wrestling inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium and over in the Omni on yourliveevent.com. On separate streams, you have boys wrestling and girls wrestling here from Lisbon, North Dakota. So we will step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back and set up our first duel of the evening between between Wahpeton and Valley City on your live event.
Your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are roll maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are roll maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge-Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
.com sports announcer guy Brent Dick here with the call this evening. Our first duel of the evening in this triangular between the Valley City Highlanders, Breck-Wahpeton, and the Lisbon Broncos is the Breck-Wahpeton Storm versus Valley City Highlanders. That's the first one this evening. Getting things started right away here at 5 o'clock as the captains are out on the mat. Looking at your Valley City Highlanders, they come into this duel or this triangular this evening with an 0-3 duel record. They opened up the season on the 26th of November at Devil's Lake, lost that one 63-12. Then in another triangular on the 5th of December, they were defeated by West Fargo Cheyenne 51-20, and then had a close one against Fargo North. The Spartans defeated the Highlanders by a score of 37-36 back on the 5th of December. Highlanders coming off the Dan Unruh-Wahpeton tournament where they placed 6th as a team. And then the Breck-Wahpeton Storm coming in with a dual record of 1-1. They opened up the season on the 3rd of December against Barnville, won that by a score of 40-34. Defeating the Trojans. Then Russell Davies in a duel on the 5th of December. They dropped that one by a score of 62-6. And then we're also at the Dan Unruh tournament in Wahpeton as they were the hosts of that tournament. And they finished in 10th place, scoring 66 points for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Your place winners in that tournament for Valley City up at the Unruh, Chase Coughlin placed 5th at 121 pounds. Colton Griebel was a champion at the Dan Unruh at 139. Placing 6th at 152 was Cruz Kappenman placed 6th at 152. 189 for the Highlanders was Ryer Muskie placing 3rd at the Dan Unruh tournament. And then Dylan Hunt at 215 placed 4th. And at 285, Owen Hunt, a freshman, placed 5th at heavyweight. So our 107-pounders reporting in here for Valley City.
On the varsity match, 107, Knox, Bolte, and Simon Track.
So Bolte and Track out there. They didn't say which teams either of the wrestlers are from. I'm just not as familiar with Wahpeton and Breckenridge as I am the Lisbon Broncos and some of their Class B teams. As Class A EDC team squaring it off here inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We have a prelim match there with Marquise Jennings over on the other mat. Yes, he's in a scramble position, scored a 3-point takedown here for Breck-Wahpeton Storm. This is over on the varsity match at 107 pounds, opening it up there. So Breck-Wahpeton with that early match lead by a score of 3-0. And get the wrestlers squared away here with who belongs to who out on our mat tonight. So just a little slow getting our lineups. So Simon Trapp here for Valley City. And Knox Bolte, a 7th grader for Wahpeton. So Knox Bolte And Simon Trapp for Valley City squaring off at 107 pounds. For Bolte. And Trapp knocks Bolte with the first takedown. He leads after 1, 3-0 over Simon Trapp. Or excuse me, he's on blood time, so knocks Bolte with some blood time over there on the varsity mat. So they're at with 47 seconds remaining in that first period. They're on blood time on our varsity match at 107 pounds. Bolte from Breck-Wahpeton leads Simon Trapp from Valley City. Well, Valley City coming into the season, they graduated one of their big standouts, Ethan Miller, off the squad last year. He was a state runner-up last year. They placed 11th at the state tournament in the Class A division, scoring 55 points. But they do bring back their two-time state champion and state runner-up last year, Colton Griebel. Griebel wrestling 139 pounds to start the season. He was a runner-up last year at 133. Won state championships, did Colton, at 113 pounds in 2023 and then 106 pounds in 2022. Also a state qualifier back in 2021. So his state championships coming in 2023 and 2022. Makes him a 3-time state place winner. And we do have more stoppages. I think they're trying to get the clock squared away. Some new clock scorers or scorekeepers down there for Lisbon. Just trying to get the clock squared away for us here. So weren't able to start it in time. And looking at Wahpeton, or excuse me, we're going to have to be Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Breck-Wahpeton last year at the state tournament scored 37 points. They were in 15th place at the Class A state tournament. They graduated a couple seniors off of that varsity squad, and Weston Jensen at 152 and Coleman Barth at 133. But they do bring back some returning state qualifiers and a state place winner, and David Erlinson at 172 pounds last year. Erlinson also placed 5th at 160 pounds in 2023 and a state qualifier in 2022 at 145 pounds. So their standout Erlinson back for another year. They also have state qualifiers in Tyler Birchall, Riley Kappas, Chase Marsh, and Henry Sletbell for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. They're returning to the squad this year. Should mention that for Valley City, they do have Colton Griebel, a returning state runner-up, also 2-time state champion on the squad, along with returning state place winner Ryer Muskie, and then returning state qualifiers and Quincy Corbin, Dylan Hunt, Jaden Scher, and Owen Hunt back on the squad. So into one, it's still now a 3-1 lead. So a 1-point escape awarded at the end of the period for Simon Trapp. So right now it's a 3-1 lead. Duel just underway here at 107 pounds in these new set of weight classes. New takedowns this year. Takedowns are worth 3 points. Near fall worth the 2 points for 2 seconds, 3 points for 3 seconds, and 4 points for 4. No 5 counts anymore for wrestling as far as scoring in folk style. So just up to 4. They get 4 points for holding them on the mat. Those shoulders down to the mat for 4 seconds, or exposed for 4 seconds. We're down to minute 33 with Simon Trapp from Valley City in the top position. Has a kind of had a chop and purchase locked up. They're trying to hit a tilt on that far side. So riding on the right-hand side, not able to turn. Knocks Bolte, the 7th grader from Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Breck-Wahpeton in the black singlets with the white chest and back. Valley City wearing the powder blues with the white pinstripe down the side. As it's a 3-1 lead for Knox Bolte from Breck-Wahpeton in the black singlet. He's currently in the bottom position, hand fighting with Simon Trapp. Able to tripod, steps up with the outside leg, should say the inside leg, because Trapp riding him on the right-hand side. He's broken back down. Good mat return and control by Simon Trapp from Valley City. Trapp now rolls him over kind of with that ball and chain. Had it hooked up momentarily with that tilt, but Knox Bolte able to roll through. Down to 39 seconds. We have 2 scoreboards. They have different times on them, so just one of those opposite mats, opposite scoreboards. You got to make sure you look at the right one for your scoring and for your time inside the gymnasium tonight. So just like the mention on our Bank North scoreboard, They are their scoreboard sponsor tonight and all season for Lisbon High School sports. Also, our Stockgrowers Bank broadcast booth, broadcasting you live from our Stockgrowers Bank broadcast booth high atop the bleachers. And that's a 1-point escape now for Knox Bolte. Bolte up 4-1 in this match with 4 seconds remaining in the second period. There's Simon Trapp, had a front headlock, trying to turn the corner, go ahead in the hole, not able to score at the end of the period, and they go into this third period by a score of 4-1 with Knox Bolte from Breck-Wahpeton leading. We also have Olson accounting for match recaps during wrestling, halftime show during our basketball games, boys and girls basketball games. Our Enbridge Energy players of the game. Another feature sponsor for Lisbon High School Athletics on your live event. And also your Agassiz Precision Egg play of the game, or we should say move of the match this evening. And another 1-point escape. Now we're 5-4. So 3-point takedown. And a 1-point escape for Bolte. That closes the score up now. So now it's 5-4 in favor of Knox Bolte. Bolte in a double leg, has that head pinched down there. Good sprawl by Simon Trapp, and they're pushed out of bounds on the far side over in the Breck-Wahpeton corner. Coaches over there giving some instructions and encouragement to Knox Bolte. Corner you don't want to be in if you're Valley City Highliners over there in the Breck-Wahpeton corner. You want to keep things controlled over on your side of the mat if you can. Now moving here to the near side. Simon Trapp working up around the head and arm. A little snap down by Bolte, and it moved Trapp too much. Bolte backing up here with Simon Trapp. Now Bolte turns the corner. Trapp working over the top, has a front headlock, trying to hit a little go behind, a little shuck to a go behind, not able to turn the corner. As we're down to 15 seconds, still 5-4 here. Knox Bolte over Simon Trapp. Bolte wearing that black singlet for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Trapp's trying to hit the goal behind. Bolte turns with him. Down to 6 seconds. Final 5 seconds of this match. Looks like Bolte's going to hang on here. Simon Trapp tries to jump over the top, but not in time. So here's Knox Bolte from Breck-Wahpeton. Wins that one by a score of 5-4. Off a takedown and 2 escapes. Simon Trapp himself with an escape in the first period. Escape in the second, and then a reversal, I should say. Had a reversal in that third period. So he had 2 escapes and a reversal for his 4 points. So we're going up to next weight class.
Now wrestling at 114 pounds.
So Breck-Wahpeton with the early lead. Given them by the 7th grader, Knox Bolte.
Now wrestling, Carter Coughlin and Nash Hill Blankenship.
So Carter Coughlin from Valley City, familiar with that in the Pee Wee ranks. And Max Hill Blankenship for Breck-Wahpeton. That's Coughlin in on a double. Blankenship trying to hit a goal behind, gets his 3-point takedown. So take a look at the roster. Make sure we have the correct wrestler, 136. Yeah, so Nash Hill Blankenship. That's a 2-point reversal for Coughlin. A lot of action in this first period. So 3-point takedown for Nash Hill Blankenship, and Carter Coughlin with the reversal. Now he's working an armbar, turns him over, has Blankenship going to his back. Gonna arch the back, looks up, smiles for the camera here as he's in the pinning combination with that armbar. And a slap of that by the official, and that's a win by fall for Carter Coughlin of Valley City in 1:03. And that puts Valley City in the lead now, 6-3 over Wahpeton with the pin. Sure, update the weight class here. 121 coming up. So 121 pounds, wrestlers checking in. See what our roster here says. So 121 should be Chase. Thinking it's probably Chase Coughlin coming out for Valley City. So wrestlers still checking in to the head table here at 121 pounds.
127, Chase.
Okay, so 127, sorry. Forfeit at 121. So now it's 12-3. So 12-3 is our score in the duel, with that forfeit at 121 pounds by Breck-Wahpeton here at 127. So working a front headlock for Breck-Wahpeton. Coughlin in that bottom position. Valley City wearing the powder blues with the white pinstripe down the side. Little change, level change by Coughlin. Nice double leg, kind of blast in there. Head between the legs. Not able to elevate that. Still driving into it, stayed with it. Coughlin with the 2-point takedown. So Coughlin stays with it. He has the early 3-0 lead. We'll go over your Olson County recap of this match, or this duel so far between Valley City and Breck-Wahpeton. Started at 107 pounds. So we started at 107 pounds. Now a 2-point reversal here for Breck-Wahpeton, as they're in the top position where that black singlet with the white chest and back. This also an accounting recap of your duel tonight between Breck-Wahpeton and Valley City. Knox Bolte for Breck-Wahpeton came out in that first match at 107 pounds. He won by decision 5-4 over Simon Trapp. He kind of hung on there at the end as Trapp was building up a little momentum. But Bolte in that match scored just enough points, had that takedown, and 2 escapes for his 5 points to win 5-4 over Simon Trapp. Trapp with 2 escapes in reversal. So we got 3 near fall at the end of that period. That's a 5-3 lead now for Breck-Wahpeton with that near fall. Had the reversal, so it's 5-3 going into the second period. Going to start this second period on their feet in the neutral position. Chase Coughlin for Valley City down now by 2 points going into the second. Back to your Olson Accounting recap, 114. It was Nash Hill Blankenship against Carter Coughlin. Carter Coughlin went down 3-0 early in that match. 3-point takedown by Hill Blankenship. Coughlin with the reversal, then stuck on the armbar for the win by fall in 1:03 for the 6 points. Put Valley City up 6-3, 121 pounds. It was a forfeit by Breck-Wahpeton for your 12-3 score. In your duel at this point here at 127 pounds. The wrestlers tied up in the center of the mat with a 1:14, then about 1:13. They'll slide by attempt by the Breck-Wahpeton wrestler. Coughlin goes in. They'll sprawl off the shot. Here's Coughlin now circling, goes back to the center of the mat. Wrestlers back to the center. Just working inside ties. A little bit of hand fighting, head hands defense between the two wrestlers. A little level change now. It worked out for Coughlin that first period with the takedown. Had that nice level change to a double leg, stuck with it and picked it up in the first period. And it looks like we have some blood time. So blood time here inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium while we're on the varsity match. We will step away and take a word from our sponsors on yourliveevent.com.
You choose Farmers Union Insurance. You're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullis & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance, Gullis & Olson Agency.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture.
All right, welcome back after that blood time. Another takedown. That's Tyler Burchill out there. So Tyler Burchill last year, a state qualifier at 114 pounds for Breck-Wahpeton. He has the 8-3 lead now over Chase Coughlin. He leads 8-3. Picked up another takedown. And we start in the referee's position. That 8-3 lead in the second period, minute 40 on the clock. At 127 pounds, had a forfeit at 121. And down to minute 14, we were in the third period at 127 pounds between Valley City and Breck-Wahpeton. Tyler Burchill wearing the black singlet in the top position. He leads 8-3. That built up that 5-point lead, picked up another takedown in the second period. Now has a spladle hooked up. Just trying to wrench that over, and now potentially dangerous. Seen that last year at the state tournament. Some of these spladles, the kids go in and really wrench on that leg, stretching out the groin area. The referee's starting to call potentially dangerous on it, as that was called by the official. Now still with under 50 seconds remaining. Coughlin's down by a score of 8-3. He's in the bottom position. Burchill tries to go over the top with a leg ride. Coughlin has the wrist tied up. He's going to try to put a little leverage. Just the pointer on that. When you tie up that wrist, just pull it over your head. Pass that wrist over your head and then turn in or hip heist out. See that work a number of times. Coughlin still in the bottom position. Burchill working hard on top. And has Butterfly, leg tied up on the backside. Now, hip heist over the top. You're going to try to stretch out, get those hips turned, and then just walk that hand out. Now it goes the other way with it, with a half. Maybe come power half over the top, but now works the wrist down to 5 seconds, still trying to get that power half and stretch out Coughlin. And that's a win for Tyler Burchill, returning state qualifier. For Breck-Wahpeton, wins by a score of 8-3. So another win by decision. 12-6 is the score. At 133 pounds.
Now wrestling on City, Jordan Kappas and Callan Hansen.
All right, Kappas for Breck-Wahpeton and Callan Hansen going out for Valley City. Riley Kappas, or this is Jordan Kappas, sorry. Must have brother Riley last year that wrestled 145. Here's Callan Hansen for Valley City wearing the powder blues with the white pinstripe. Little shot by Jordan Kappas. Reshot by Hansen. Hansen now in the bottom position of that situation scramble. Kappas trying to turn the corner and does for the 3-point goal behind. So give him 3 for the takedown. That dual score now 12-6 in favor, or still in favor of the Highlanders. Picked up a pin and a forfeit. Breck-Wahpeton's picked up 2 wins, 2 by decision. There's Kappas, has Hansen rolled over there. Kappas able to get back, belly down, hips pointed down in the mat. Get that early 3-0 lead. Kappas working on top. Looks like he's working, has a far wrist tied up in a half Nelson up over the top as the coach is giving some instructions on where to put that arm or hand around the neck. Now goes to the spiral around the near leg of Hansen. Down to under a minute remaining in the first period. Is going to hit that tilt. Rolls over the top. Had a count, but not enough. No 2 count. Trying to pick up as a near fall. Working that edge of the mat. And wrestlers called out of bounds for a restart back with 49 seconds remaining in the first period. Here at 133 pounds. Get that changed on the scoreboard. Your Bank North scoreboard. With the dual score updated. 12-6 here at 133 pounds. We're in the first period at between Jordan Kappas and Callan Hansen. Kappas with the 3-0 lead with the takedown. They threatened a couple times with some near fall, but Hansen able to get back belly down, fighting out of it. Here's Kappas now working underneath. It's kind of a butcher hooked up. He's going to walk this around and picks up his near fall here at the end of the period with 5 seconds remaining. Hansen's in a little bit of trouble, down to 2 seconds, trying to hold on to get to the next period, and 4 near fall at the end of the period. He leads 7-0, so Jordan Kappas leads 7-0 over Callan Hansen in Valley City. And start neutral for the second period. Kappas with the single leg, kind of a hit, try to hit an ankle pick. Kappas now backs up, wrestlers in the center of the mat. Hansen's going for a lat drop, just pulls Kappas right on top of him. And the 3-point takedown. So as the near fall locked up for the 4 near fall, is working for the fall of the pin for Jordan Kappas. Coming in the second period, 1:36 remaining. So give him 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Winner by fall. That ties up our match now. 139.
145 pounds.
So Wahpeton's we have back-to-back forfeits. Back-to-back forfeits at 39 and 45.
152 pounds.
So it pushes us all the way up to 152.
152 pounds for Valley City, Jaden Sir. For Wahpeton Breck, Riley Kappas.
So 152. Riley Kappas and Jaden Sir. So Riley Kappas returning state qualifier for Breck-Wahpeton. Go to 152 pounds. 24-12 is the score now after those forfeits by Breck-Wahpeton. So forfeits at 139 and 145. Dual score now 24-12 in favor of the Highlanders. So Riley Kappas, Jaden Sir out there, Sir for Valley City. Powder blues and the white trim. Now a nice fireman's had their high crotch locked up. Takes Riley Kappas to his back. Kappas able to belly down, right to the ship now. So Sir with the three-point takedown. Kappas momentarily up to his feet. Mat return by Sir. Sir working the chop on the far side. Has it locked up, trying to roll through on it. Kappas keeps those hips hugged to the mat. Little crab ride over the top now. Sir with a lot of pressure pushing forward on Kappas. Kappas still belly down on that far side over in the Breck-Wahpeton corner, so over in friendly territory. Down to 15 seconds remaining in the first period. It's a 3-0 lead. It looks like that's where we'll end it in this first period between Riley Kappas and Jaden Sir. Sir with the early 3-0 lead here, trying to turn him as he runs out of time on the edge of the mat. So Jaden Sir last year, a state qualifier for Valley City at 145 pounds. Riley Kappas, state qualifier for Breck-Wahpeton at 145. Sure, there was a lot of head-to-head between those two last year. As we are broadcasting all evening long from our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, we will have wrestling on your live event tomorrow at the Al Larson Carrington Girls Tournament. So you can catch us on Friday and Saturday for the boys up at the Al Larson. So first time Al Larson Carrington Tournament on your live event, but you can catch the action there. The Broncos up there wrestling on Friday and Saturday. The girls on Friday, the boys on Saturday. So here's a three-point takedown now for Kappas. And Kappas isolates that leg and then stretches out. Serve, looking for the near fall. Hasn't broke the plane yet. And no near fall. Goes back to it. Try to turn those hips. And isolating the leg, but not able to score near fall. Goes back to it again. And try to come around the head, grab the arm on the far side, and then just walk his hand out on the far side. Now goes power half over the top, really working the head of Jaden Sir in the bottom position. Down to 25 seconds remaining. Goes back to the leg, trying to turn the hips. And Sir just holding belly down. Just has to watch the stall call. Hasn't tried much offensively from the bottom position. Now back up to his base. Here down to 7 seconds. As Riley Kappas all over him in the top position. He's able to tie it up. So we go 3-3 into the third. Kappas takes the bottom position, wearing that black singlet with the red, or the white chest and back. And 1 point escape, picks it up quickly. A minute 54 remaining on the third period. For Kappas. Sir in on a shot on Kappas. Kappas able to get that near ankle. Has the head and 3-point go behind takedown. Goes leg ride right away on Sir. So he has a 4-point lead for Riley Kappas from Breck-Wahpeton in the top position. Now up 7-3. Has the leg right in on the far side. Going to try to hip it back over once again and flatten out Sir, but Sir still holding base down. Now Kappas able to flatten him out to his belly. Works the crossface over the top. Across the far side, trying to grab the shoulder, capture the arm. Now isolates the arm on the far side. Tried to dig it out there with the hammerlock. Kappas is going to stand, or excuse me, Sir stands up. Tripod position. Or the quad pod in. Potentially dangerous called for a restart here for Sir in the bottom position, down to 52 seconds. Has to move off the bottom quick. Either stand back up to his feet or get the reversal, as he's down by 4 points. And right away, tripod's up, but Kappas breaks him back down, sticks in the leg, goes to back to attacking the legs. Now goes back up to a power half. Has the half locked in on the near side here for Riley Kappas. Both returning state qualifiers last year for their squads. Each wrestled 145 pounds. Here's Kappas with the 7-3 lead down to 23 seconds. Chops the arm on the far side. Riding on that right side, just for Sir, not able to get off the bottom. Has 13 seconds remaining. As Riley Kappas looks like he'll go on to win this one by a score of 7-3. So that's a win for Breck-Wahpeton by a score of 7-3. For Riley Kappas over Jaden Sir at 152 pounds. Take us to 160.
Now wrestling for Wahpeton, Breck,
So 24-15 is the score. Breck-Wahpeton inches a little bit closer with that win by decision. So 160. Yeah, 2-point takedown for Valley City. And 1-point escape. It's a 3-1 lead. Shot, now a reshot. And doubled up, takes him down to the back here for Valley City. 3-point takedown. So 6-1 lead for the Highliners in the match. The dual score on the Bank North scoreboard, 24-15 in favor of the Highliners. Breck-Wahpeton giving up 3 forfeits so far in the match. Give it up at 121, 139, and 145. Bulk of the head-to-head won by the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. And now a nice stand-up, hip heist back around, not able to get that reversal. Goes back to it again. Now hip heist away for the 1-point escape. Immediate shot. So 6-2. Shot in right away. Trying to hit a peek out, turns the corner, grabs the leg on the little scramble. Arm around the waist, trying to hit it. No, not able to get around it. Good scramble out of that for Valley City. Pick up that 3-point takedown. I think they give the points to the wrong wrestler there. So I'll have to go back and correct that on the scoreboard. Should be 9-2 in favor of the Highliners in this match on the Bank North scoreboard. Official will go over there to correct it. The official over there discussing it with the coach. Score squared away, 9-2 should be the score. So I believe 9-2. Well, they gave him an escape. Okay, we're just seeing what they're talking about there at the end. And Still in discussion over there. What's going on with the score? I guess now we're back to action. So this is Tyson Clable for Valley City. Clable in control on top. He's in control of the match now, 9-3. Picked up 3 takedowns. Good scrambles. Breck-Wahpeton just coming out a little bit short in those scrambles. Here at 160 pounds. 24-15 is our dual score. Another 3-point takedown and working some near falls. Going to hold him there. For Clable, picks up a count. So we have a 12-4 lead. Here, Madden Schwab for the Broncos out on the mat. Good to see Madden back out there. Coming off a shoulder injury. He's out there in the prelim on the opposite mat. And we're down to 55 seconds remaining in the second period. 24-15 is the score. Another shot by Clable, doubles up on it, good sprawl, but Breck-Wahpeton trying to try to elevate her over, gets it. Just muscles through on that elevator, has Clable going to his back in a big turn of events. With the takedown in the near fall. So picks up 3 near fall. So 12-11's their score. Oh, nope, tied it up. It's 12-12 on the scoreboard. Not sure if that's the right score, but we'll take it here for now. So tied up 12-12. You're at 160 pounds, down to 12 seconds remaining. Just muscled through on that elevator. Put Clable over on his back, down to 5 seconds. Claypool's trying to not give it up at the end of the period. This would be a big point scored. Yep, it is 12-11. So that should be our official score, 12-11. Going into the third period in favor of Tyson Clable with the 1-point lead. Here's Matt Schwab with the pin. Over on that prelim mat. And start neutral here for Clable and Breck-Wahpeton up on their feet. Good battle going on. 12-11 is your score in favor of Tyson Clable. Clable for Valley City wearing the powder blue with the white pinstripe. Had a single, now isolates it. It cracks down the Breck-Wahpeton wrestler. Now turns the corner for his 3-point takedown. He takes the lead up now 15-11. Up by 4 with the takedown. And now 15-11, minute 16. Wrestlers in the center of the mat, working hand control. The hand fighting up underneath. And Clable doing a good job at tying up that ankle with that ankle spiked in the back. Breck-Wahpeton not able to get any elevation or stand up there now. Kind of bucks him forward a little bit. Has Clable going over to his back. He's going to roll through. See who wins the scramble position here. Looks like he has an arm and has the head and arm. Thought he had an illegal first. Now has to try to hip pass through. Has Clable going here in trouble. Tightens it up for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm and working for the fall. This will be a big pin to close things up here in this duel. Down to 28 seconds. See if Clable can hold on for Valley City. And the win by fall for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Come from behind win. Here with 23 seconds remaining. So 5:37 win by fall. Now 21-24 is the dual score. Here on your Bank North scoreboard, going into 172 pounds.
Now wrestling for Wahpeton and Breck, Carson Van Epps. For Valley City, Jack LaRue.
All right, Van Epps, and I think they said LaRue. check it out. Valley City wearing the powder blues, Breck-Wahpeton in the black singlet with the white chest and back. Yep, so Jack LaRude for Valley City. Jack LaRude here at 172 pounds. Trying to work that Russian tie, isolate that arm, not able to drag Van Epps across for the score or the goal behind. So Carson Van Epps for Breck-Wahpeton. And Jack LaRude for Valley City. Tied up in the center of the map. Minute 12 remaining in the first period. Little wrestlers. Now nice little drag to a single. And Van Epps able to step away from that. LaRude not able to secure that single leg. Had a nice little drag. Good setup for him. Just not able to bring Carson Van Epps down to the mat. Wrestler's back tied up, working collar ties. Now LaRude goes over the top. Now a single leg snatch, little knee pick by Van Epps. Has LaRude going down there. So Van Epps is just going to try to reach across. If he can keep that reach across and capture that far ankle, he's going to work up to the knee. That ankle, if he can reach across, grab that far ankle, he's got something going. Now he's going to stand back up. Little forward trip and the three-point takedown here at the end of the period with 5 seconds remaining for Carson Van Epps from Breck-Wahpeton. Let's change over the weight class here, 172. So now let's start the second period. We are 3-0 lead up on your Bank North scoreboard in the match. Dual score is 24-21 in favor of the Highliners. Your Olson Accounting recap of this duel. There's a three-point takedown for LaRude. So LaRude with the three-point takedown. He ties it up. Looking at your Olson Accounting recap. Knox Bolte from Breck-Wahpeton Storm put the Storm on the dual scoreboard first by score 3-0. He picked up a 5-4 win over Simon Trapp. Then Carter Coughlin came out at 114 pounds, and he won by decision 6-3. Or excuse me, he won by fall in a minute 3 over Nashville Blankenship from Breck-Wahpeton Storm. 127, or excuse me, there's forfeit by Breck-Wahpeton at 121. And then 127 pounds, Chase Coughlin won by, or excuse me, it was Tyler Burchill, won by a decision 8-3 over Chase Coughlin. And that moved the dual score to 12-6, 133 pounds. Jordan Kappas and Callan Hansen went at it. And it was a win by fall for Callan Hansen and 224 over Jordan Kappas. Moved the dual score 24-12. Then forfeits by Breck-Wahpeton at 139 and 145. Pushed the dual score to 24-12. Riley Kappas came up for Breck-Wahpeton in won by decision 7-3 over Jaden Sir at 152 pounds, 160. It was a pin for Breck-Wahpeton. Good back and forth battle here on the varsity side between Breck-Wahpeton and Tyson Clable, but it was Breck-Wahpeton winning that by falling 5-37 over Tyson Clable. I'll try to get the name for that to fill that stat in. Move the dual score now here, 24-21 here at 172 pounds. Got a good one going on here. It's 7-4 your score in the second period. With 25 seconds remaining. Isolating that arm once again with the Russian tie. Just sets up a nice arm drag with that. This time Van Epps steps back out of it. Goes back to the center of the mat here for Jack LaRude. Working the collar tie, isolates, trying to hit a snap down. LaRude drops down to his knee, now back up as Van Epps have nothing to do with that snap down as time expires. In the second period, going to the third. So it's a 7-4 lead for Carson Van Epps. So Carson Van Epps for Breck-Wahpeton with the lead. Working for a takedown, just trying to step behind. Working up underneath now with the crossface. Now goes up over the top on the hips, trying to hit the power half. Has a forearm in the back of the neck. Goes back to the other side. Works the half Nelson. Now catches the far arm on Van Epps here. Jack LaRue in the top position. He's down by 3 points on your Bank North scoreboard in this match at 172 pounds. And LaRue has the armbar hooked up on the near side, has the firearm captured to the far wrist, going to try to walk it around. Van Epps trying to straighten it out, straighten that arm out, and has it cranked here, walking around the head. Here for Jack LaRue. A lot of pressure on that shoulder, down to 50 seconds. He turns him for a count, now gets him back over again for another. Has 4 near fall locked up. Give him a 1-point lead now. And here's Van Epps coming up over the top for at least an escape or reversal. Still nothing award. Has the 4 near fall for LaRue. And now Van Epps with the reversal puts him up by a score of 9-8. Has LaRue in a little bit of trouble. Has a crossface and the leg tied up on the near side. Working a cradle. 15 seconds remain. Has the cradle locked up, rolls over Jack LaRue here for Van Epps of Breck-Wahpeton, the black singlet, working for a fall. And the pin as the official slaps the mat for Carson Van Epps. Wins by fall with 7 seconds remaining. 5:53 with the pin. 27-24, Breck-Wahpeton pulls into the lead, going into 189 pounds. And that'll bring out David Erlinson.
Now wrestling for Breckenridge-Wahpeton, David Erlinson. For Valley City, Ryer Muskie.
Yeah, and Ryer Muskie for Valley City. This will be a good match between Erlinson and Muskie. Ryer Muskie last year for Valley City, he placed 7th. Erlinson 4th at the state tournament on the Class A side. Both wrestlers at 172 pounds. Or a minute 30 on the clock in the first period. Dual score now 27-24. The wrestlers a little bit of mutual respect, not wanting to tie up with each other. As Erlinson, the aggressor, goes in, little hand fighting. Now the wrestlers head to head. Action ready to pick up. Here at 189. (27-24), and you Bank North scoreboard. Now Erlinson with an outside single, knee pick, working the edge of the mat, keeps that, or had that 1 point. Still on the mat to score. Now a nice blast double by Ryer Muskie. As wrestlers go out of bounds, still in the first period with 43 seconds remaining. Another shot, reshot, good sprawl. Wrestlers, both a couple attacks apiece. Now Muskie goes into Erlinson. Erlinson with the head position, has it stuck into the ear. Now they're back head to head. Wrestlers working hand fighting, wrist control. Erlinson steps back in, reaches across, snaps the head of Muskie. Muskie turns the favor, goes collar tie, little slide by, trying to turn the corner, lucks the inside leg. Here's Erlinson trying to hip heist back into it. See if we can get a mat return for Muskie as Erlinson hip heist back around at the end of the period. And a good scramble to end it. And no takedown, has no control established by Erlinson on a nice hip heist as we're going scoreless. You got 189 pounds into the second period. Bottom position for Erlinson. Off the whistle. Quad pods up now. Returned. Stands back up. Forward trip by Muskie here at the edge of the mat. Working on the Valley City corner. Erlinson just trying to block Muskie there with that elbow into the side. And wrestlers go out of bounds. Your Bank North scoreboard, the score 27-24, now in favor of the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. So here's Muskie. Another stand up off the whistle attempt by Erlinson. Muskie's going to go back down to the leg, isolates, and pushes him out of bounds for a restart. With a minute 20 remaining. So that's now a 1 point escape on the scoreboard in the second period for David Erlinson. Little shot attempt by Ryer Muskie. Now reshot by Erlinson. Muskie backs up. Has front headlock on Erlinson. Drops back down to the knee. Erlinson steps out of that. Erlinson working, isolating into a Russian tie. Returns the favor with that kind of a knee pick attempt. Muskie steps out. He's down 1-0 in the second period. 26 seconds remaining. And off the whistle at the restart. And Muskie goes into Erlinson. Erlinson with the underhook. Drops down to a double leg. Returns Muskie down to the mat for a 3-point takedown. Nice level change. Turned the corner with the double and drove those hips down to the mat for the takedown. So now he has the 4-0 lead here for Erlinson to start the third period. All scoring coming in the second period for Erlinson. An escape and the 3-point takedown up on your Bank North scoreboard in this match. Little quick sit by Muskie. Muskie has the inside leg. Going to try to turn the corner with this switch. Trying to work that stand-up switch. Erlinson's able to tie him back up, return him down to the mat. Just going to overpower him. Muskie back, broke belly down. Erlinson working the armbar, reaches out, spirals the far wrist. And there's the 1-point escape for Ryer Muskie. We've had a couple back-to-back dynamite matches here at 160 and 172, both ending in fall at the end of the period. It was Tyson Clable going down at 160 pounds to Breck-Wahpeton. He had a 12-11 lead going into the third period. And then it was 172 pounds Jack LaRude and Carson Van Epps. Van Epps and LaRude were going at it. Score was tied up going into the third period, and then Carson Van Epps wins by fall in 5:53. That put Breck-Wahpeton up here in this duel on your Bank North scoreboard, 27-24. And here's Erlinson in on another nice double. Turns the corner, picks up the 3-point takedown. So Erlinson picks up 2 near fall, kept that toe. In play or in bounce for the 2-point near fall. So he now has a 9-1 lead. He built it up pretty quick with the 3-point takedowns. The escape, and now 2-point near fall. Here's Muskie trying to score some points at the end of the period. But Erlinson ties the leg back up of Muskie, and we run out of time of the third, and that'll do it. A 9-1 win. For David Erlinson over Ryer Muskie at 189, both returning state place winners. Last year at 172 pounds for their schools at the Class A tournament.
Now wrestling for Wahpeton Breckenridge at 189, Henry Sletdahl.
So moves us to
Valley City, Dylan Hunt.
Sletdahl for Breck-Wahpeton, Hunt for Valley City. You're at 215 pounds in the duel. Update that score. Breck-Wahpeton with the first lead in the duel. Or excuse me, builds their lead in the duel, now up 31-24. That major decision win at 189 pounds on your Bank North scoreboard. So here's Sletdahl and Hunt going at it. Henry Sletdahl, a junior for Breck-Wahpeton. And Sletdahl last year, state qualifier at 160 pounds for Class A. Here's Dylan Hunt. Hunt, state qualifier last year at 215 for Valley City. Picks up the 3-point takedown on the edge of the mat, down to under a minute now in the first period with the takedown. So 31-24. You're at 215 pounds. That's your Bank North scoreboard dual score. As Wahpeton extends their lead with that win at 189 pounds, major decision win. And Dylan Hunt leads Henry Sletdahl here at 215 by a score of 3-0. Riding on top. It isolates this near wrist. Sletdahl trying to hip ice back around, has a switch. Hip ice through now. Dylan Hunt rolls back around on top. Just when Sletdahl looked like he was picking up that reversal. Now he's going to try to step away here as time expires and not able to score. That's scoring opportunities for Henry Sletdahl at the end of the period, but Dylan Hunt hangs on with the 3-0 lead going into the second. So we have neutral position to start the second period. 3-0 lead for Hunt. And a little slide by here for Dylan Hunt as wrestlers. Now Hunt drags Sletdahl back on. Sletdahl's trying to arm drag through. Little trip and a 3-point takedown for Dylan Hunt. Here on the near edge of the mat. Goes to work on top. Half Nelson on the near side. Sletdahl counters that, just pulls the hand off the neck. Now a little roll through and a tilt hooked up for Dylan Hunt. He picks up near fall off that chicken wing. He rolled through on it as he caught Sletdahl. Now Sletdahl hip ice back around trying to get on top of Dylan Hunt and just comes out on the bottom side of that scramble once again. So for near fall now, 10-0 is the score. Off of 2 takedowns and a 4-point near fall here at 215 pounds. So Dylan Hunt still working on top. Isolates the wrist. Going for that bar arm breakdown. Put that forehead right in the back of the tricep, trying to extend that wrist out. Now goes arm bar. A good setup there for his arm bar. Has it hooked up. Far wrist captured. Sletdahl says no way. Stands up, hip heists around for his 1-point escape. So his first points of the match here in the second period. Now has a headlock. He catches Dylan Hunt in the head and arm. Has him over on his back with 2 seconds remaining. And a pin as time expired. There were zeros on the clock. It's going to be up to the officials here to make this call. It looked like time had expired, but a head and arm as time expires for Henry Sletdahl at the 4-minute mark. So 37-24 on your Bank North scoreboard for Breck-Wahpeton as Henry Sletdahl catches Dylan Hunt in a headlock and wins by fall. So here's Owen Hunt for Valley City going out. (37-24) dual score up on your Bank North scoreboard. So Owen Hunt with the body lock, head and arm now moves up to a pinning combination here for Owen Hunt, returning state qualifier at heavyweight. Has it locked up tight for Hunt. And win by fall for Owen Hunt of the Highliners. So he put this one away in 35 seconds of the first period, and that does it for the duel between Valley City and your Breck-Wahpeton Storm here on yourliveevent.com. So 37-30 is the final. We will see if we can have time to come back and recap this duel with your Olson Accounting duel recap on yourliveevent.com. We'll step away and take a word from our sponsors.
Has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
At Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, welcome back to yourliveevent.com. As they're prepping for our next duel. It's like between Breck-Wahpeton and the Lisbon Broncos, but we'll go over your Olson Accounting recap. Duel recap for this evening's matchup EDC matchup between Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and the Valley City Highlanders. At 107 pounds, it was Knox Bolte over Simon Trapp by a decision 5-4. That set the tone for Breck-Wahpeton as they were able to come back in this duel. But they were down midway through, going into 114 pounds. They had the 3-0 lead. But Carter Coughlin at 114 picks up the fall in 103 as the Highlanders take the lead 6-3 at 114. They picked up another 6 points at 121 with a forfeit by Breck-Wahpeton. Breck-Wahpeton would give up 3 of them in the duel, but were able to overcome that as with the help of Tyler Birchall at 127 as he won by decision 8-3. That moved the score 12-6 in favor of the Highlanders. At 133 pounds, it was Callan Hansen for Valley City. Wins by fall on 224 over Jordan Kappas. That dual score then was 24-12. Things looked a little bleak as Breck-Wahpeton gave up forfeits at back-to-back forfeits at 139 and 145. That put us up at 152 with that 24-12 lead. Now, with that 24-12 lead for Valley City, but Riley Kappas at 152 pounds wins by decision 7-3 over Jaden Sir. That pushed the dual score 24-15. Then it was Tyson Clable going down. He had the 12-11 lead, but he lost by fall at 160 pounds to the Breck-Wahpeton wrestler from Breck-Wahpeton. It was by fall at 5:37. 24-21 was your dual score in favor of the Highlanders. And then it was Breck-Wahpeton picking up another pin at 172 pounds with Carson Van Epps over Jack LaRude. Won by fall in 5:53. And 189, David Erlinson against Ryer Muskie, both returning state place winners. And Erlinson wins by major decision by a score of 9-1, put Breck-Wahpeton up in the duel by a score of 31-24. And then Henry Sletdahl and Dylan Hunt, another matchup that was back and forth battle. As Sletdahl wins by fall over Dylan Hunt at the end of the second period. He was down in that match, but he ends up throwing the head and arm, hits a headlock at the end of the period for the win by fall at the 4-minute mark. 24-31 was your dual score. And then Owen Hunt wins by fall for Valley City. Or excuse me, it was 37-24 after the 215-pound match. And then Owen Hunt for Valley City wins by fall to close out the duel at heavyweight for the 30-37 final dual score between Valley City and Wahpeton. So that is your Olson or County recap. You have our Agassiz's Precision Egg mover of the match. Your local Precision Egg planting dealer at Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. That's Agassiz Precision Egg, your play of the game or move of the match in this case. So I think kind of unanimous decision going out to Henry Sletdahl for Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Down 10-1 at the end of the second period. Throws on a headlock, catches Dylan Hunt with the head and arm and wins by fall. Just putting that duel then out of the reach of Valley City. The score was 24-37 after that. Win by fall by Henry Sletdahl. So that's your move of the match. Going to the Breck-Wahpeton Storm at 2:15, Henry Sletdahl catching Dylan Hunt. And then your wrestler of the duel, another great matchup. This one at 160 pound goes to the no-name Breck-Wahpeton wrestler. You'll have to find out who that was and just recap that at the end of the night. But I'll get that to you. But 160 pounds, Tyson Clable had that 12-11 lead, and Breck-Wahpeton came back in that match by a score by a fall at the 5:37 mark, and that put Breck-Wahpeton up in the duel, or excuse me, closed Breck-Wahpeton within 3 in the duel. After that, it was 24-21 going into 172 pounds, and then Breck-Wahpeton pulls away with the win tonight, 37-30. So your Enbridge Energy wrestler of the match here at 160 pounds. We will reset, try to find out what our matchups are between Lisbon and Breck-Wahpeton coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com on the varsity side for North Dakota High School Wrestling here from Lisbon, North Dakota.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey, welcome back here to LiveEvent.com. We're here 114 pounds, Lisbon versus Breck-Wahpeton. Marquise Jennings out for the Broncos at 114. Has a three-point takedown, working for some near fall. Has an armbar locked up on Blankenship for Breck-Wahpeton. So this is the varsity side of things here inside the gymnasium. There are all your prelim matches going on the west side of the gymnasium. We also have girls wrestling. You can catch that on YourLiveEvent.com, happening over in the Omni. It's part of the wrestling extravaganza here from Lisbon, North Dakota. And a win by fall to open things up for Marquise Jennings in 116. So Jennings will put Lisbon up with the early 6-0 lead over Blankenship. Move on to 121. And that sends out Milo Fitter for the Broncos. So still Just working on squaring away the scoreboard, reset the time as moving on to 121 pounds. It's a win by fall for Marquise Jennings. Open up the duel between Lisbon and Breck-Wahpeton. So 6-0 is the score. Still waiting. Yeah, it was Milo Fitter, the Enderlin product, the 7th grader going out, takes the forfeit. That's his first varsity win for Milo. Lisbon with the 12-0 lead. And just looking at the last duel, Lisbon has to build up that lead as Breck-Wahpeton looks solid through the middle of their lineup, middle to the end of their lineup. So now 127 here between Lyons and Burchill. Broncos have the 12-0 lead up on your Bank North scoreboard, going to 127 pounds. The Lions for the Broncos last year state qualifier at 121 pounds, wrestling 127 this year. The Broncos still trying to solidify their lower weights. As Lions, one of the veterans on the squad with the 3-point takedown. Nice little dump. Drug it down to a single leg. The Gremlins just took over my computer. The Lions still working on top. Lisbon with the 12-0 lead, going into 127 pounds. Your Olson County recap. Marquise Jennings at 114 will open things up for the Broncos with the win by fall. Then a forfeit at 121 pounds. Broncos up 12-0. 127, Lions and Burchill going at it. 1 point escape for Burchill.
They will draw that between at the end of this duel and the third duel. So get a chance.
Well, wrestlers, looks like we have some blood time, so we'll step away with the blood time here at 127 pounds. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
All right, as they clean up the blood time, of course, we go back to action here during the commercial break, but wrestlers up on their feet, no points scored. Still 3-1 the lead. Lions open it up with the takedown. Here over Tyler Burchill from Breck-Wahpeton. Lisbon up on the Bank North scoreboard with the early 12-0 lead as time expires. So choice. Green takes the bottom position. Breck-Wahpeton on the green leg band side. As Lyons spikes the back ankle, working up over the top, tries to chop the arm on Burchill. Burchill just holding his base. Now Lyons goes back to the ankle. Breaks Burchill belly down, working hand control. Tying up the wrists on Burchill. Trying to spiral that far side as Burchill stretches those arms out, countering, trying to roll those wrists back through, gets them free, builds back up to his base, now hits a little Granby as Lyons catches him on the roll through, now chops the arm as Burchill steps up with the outside leg, forces Lyons to go back down, isolates to a single, little forward trip, isolates another Granby attempt by Burchill. Trying to be a little dynamic out there. Has given Lyons a handful right now. And Lions with the cradle, has it locked up on Burchell's going to stretch out, no points. A pinning combination locked up by Lions in the second period. Lions still working in control on top. As Tyler Burchell chose bottom position to start out the second period. Lions chops the wrist on the far side, has an armbar locked up. And Burchell rolls through again on Lions. Back for the restart in the center of the mat with 18 seconds remaining in the second period. Look for Burchell to fire out here. Trying to work the Granby on Lions. Just Lions able to catch him. Not able to clear those hips. Windshield wiper out of that before he hits his Granby, getting tied up underneath. Now Lions drops down to leg. Burchell's going to tie up the leg of Lions. Lions going back to the cradle here with 8 seconds remaining. Here's Burchell's going to step up. Hip heist through on Lions. Going to try to tie this up at the end of the period. Has Lions on his hips and no points scored at the end of the period. Lions just hangs on. Going into the third period. Lions choice chooses bottom. So still 3-1 now going into the third period. Lions chooses bottom position. Tripods up. Burchell spikes the back ankle on the near side. Working up underneath on Lions. Trying to chop the arm. Now goes working up over the top. Has the leg and is going to try to stretch out Lions. Lions has Burchell just a little bit high. Burchell able to dig in that leg and crack down Lions to the mat. Still trying to stretch him out. A lot of pressure on top. Now goes up over. Gets a little bit high. Goes back to the riding position behind the arms of Lions, but Lions trying to pass that wrist over the head. And now a cradle attempt. Lions tripods up. Try to stand up and hip heist through on this. Nice mat return, big mat return by Burchell with that 3-1 lead for Grayson Lions. Up on that Bank North scoreboard and under a minute remaining. We're at 127 pounds. Broncos lead the duel by a score of 12-0. Here's Burchell still working on top. Both wrestlers with the strong ride. Burchell with the scoring opportunity at the end of the second period. Has the leg locked up on Lions. Lions has to watch out here. Burchell doubles up on the legs again. Goes riding up over the hips. Goes to the power half on Lions. Lions trying to free his legs up. Now able to tripod up on Burchell. Stands to his feet. Looking for another big mat return. Down to 18 seconds remaining. Lions working trying to pass that leg, funk out of the roll there, but not able to get anything going as Burchell grabs the back ankle. Now Lions sits through. Going to elevate this ankle. Has to reach around, hits the head. Trying to grab the head on Burchell as that closes out the period in the match with the win by decision. 3-1 for Grayson Lions. Broncos now up 15-0.
Okay, 133 pounds.
So 3-1 win. So Kappas going out. Gavin Robertson here at 133 pounds. For Gavin Robertson getting a little varsity action. And Robertson coming off a 5th place finish at the Dan Unruh tournament. Takes Kappas down for the quick 3-point takedown. Robertson in control on top. Broncos in control of the duel, 15-0. Looks like all those prelim matches concluded over here, so we're down to the one mat. Things quieted down a little bit inside the gymnasium. Still have that girls duel. That started at 6 o'clock over in the Omni with the girls wrestling. Oh, Robertson had a deep half hooked up on Kappas, drags him up over his knee, rolls him over, scoring the near fall here with 50 seconds remaining in the first period for Gavin Robertson. Chest on chest up over the top of the win by fall for Robertson. At the 114 mark in the first period. So 6 more points. The Broncos now up 21-0 over Breck-Wahpeton. And here's those, excuse me, that was 139. So forfeit for Anderson at 139 and 145 for Cruz Ranke. So it'll take us to 152. And this is where you get into the dynamic part of the lineup for Breck-Wahpeton. As we'll have Ryan Eng going out for the Broncos. Ryan coming off a fourth place finish at the Unruh tournament. So Broncos now up 32-0. So Ryan Eng going out. Didn't hear him announce the wrestlers. So I'm not sure if they're still trying to figure it out.
Now wrestling for Breckenridge-Wahpeton, Riley Kappas.
So
For Lisbon, Ryan Eng.
Riley Kappas out there now for Breck-Wahpeton. Here's Ryan Eng for the Broncos, working collar ties in the center of the mat. And Riley Kappas, returning state qualifier at 145. Eng, returning state place winner for the Broncos at 145. Placed sixth last year at the state tournament. Trying to pass the legs here on Kappas. Going to elevate. Turns the corner. Should have that 3-point takedown for Ryan Eng. He takes the early 3-0 lead. Look at Breck-Wahpeton for Riley Kappas. At 152 pounds, he plays fifth at the Unruh tournament. So it should be a good matchup here between Kappas and Eng. Fourth and fifth place finishers at the Unruh. And Eng working up around the head of Kappas. Kappas trying to hit a reversal. Not able to hit Pice back around behind Eng. Eng back in control on top. He has the 3-0 lead up on your Bank North scoreboard. Now under 25 seconds remaining. With Bank North, good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North is achieved by helping our customers pursue their dreams and financial goals while supporting and improving our rural communities. It's value-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. As we close out this period, 5 seconds remaining. A little elevator by Riley Kappas. The wrestlers go out of bounds as Kappas was stood back up. Eng went down to the single leg on Riley Kappas, tried to return to the mat. He's elevated over the top, but out of bounds for a restart. In a Granby roll through at the end of the period, no points scored. So Eng will take the lead going into the second period in the bottom position to start. Right away off the whistle, tries to isolate and clear the arm on the near side. Passes the far wrist over the head. He's going to hit Pice into it, goes into Fireman's. Has Kappas going down to his hips, going to try to step over the top. Goes arm around the waist, just going to try to push into Kappas. Kappas, a salty veteran wrestler, knows enough to go belly down in that position. And the 2-point reversal. Not giving up any near fall. A lot of times you see those arms get caught underneath, and a wrestler working that reversal is able to push in and score some near fall off of that. The Kappas now stands back up. He's down 5-0 in the match. Engel's bar arm down to the wrist, forehead, and back side of the tricep. Wrestler's out of bounds for the restart. Minute 13 on the clock in the second period. Ryan Eng for the Broncos in the top with the red singlet, yellow trim. Kappa stands up. Eng drops down to single leg elevators over the top. Nice roll through by Eng. All those forward rolls in practice pay off sometimes. As he comes back out on top, not disoriented at all, takes control back in the match. Has a crab ride, locked up on Kappas. Now Kappas able to isolate the leg, hip ice back, stretches his hips down and rotates through, or hip ice through for the 2-point reversal. So 5-2's our score. Eng scored off a takedown and a reversal. Kappas returns the favor now with the reversal. 5-2's the score with 41 seconds remaining in the second period. Early in the season, Broncos sitting at 3-0 in duels. They opened up their season on the 26th of November with a win over Grafton, 70-4. Defeated Hillsboro that same night in a triangular. They defeated Hillsboro 48-25, came back and defeated Oaks over in Oaks with a 2-point reversal now for Ryan Eng. He's up working the screwdriver on Kappas. So final 18 seconds as Eng is working for the fall. Has a 2-point reversal. Locks up the head and arm, goes killer crab over the top. Puts the hand to the forehead. Now Kappas trying to roll through, get into that get into the third period. And he manages and escapes into this third period with Ryan Eng. Eng scores a 4-point near fall. He takes the 11-2 lead. And we'll start neutral position to start the third period between Kappas and Eng. And just looking back at the Broncos season, they won that close rivalry duel with Oaks by a score of 33-32. Look for that to be a burner at the end of the season, regional duels if they match up. Now a little head and arm attempt by Eng, catches Kappas. Eng with the 2 feet inbounds and has Kappas flattened out to the mat. And the win by fall for Ryan Eng as he catches Kappas with the head and arm and rolls him through for the pin. So 1:29 remaining. So 4:31 on the pin for Eng. 30. Oh, I had 32-0. No, 38, but they got 39 on the scoreboard, so that's what we'll go with. Now here, 160 pounds. $39-0 in favor of the Broncos going into 160. And nice double leg, little duck under to double. Takes him back down to the mat. So Zimprich for the Broncos. Nice duck under to a double. Great setup for Jace Zimprich, making his way into the lineup. Had 160 pounds. And a 1-point escape after the takedown. So second time I missed Breck-Wahpeton wrestler at 160 pounds. Too busy flapping my gums. So we are at 160. See if I can get this scoreboard to update. All right, 160 pounds. Now he's going to snap down Zimprich up over the top, has the front headlock. Both wrestlers on their feet. Zimprich steps away, takes a step back to the center of the mat. He has the 3-1 lead with 29 seconds remaining. A nice little arm drag to single, but he's going to, no points awarded. Nice reshot by Breck-Wahpeton on that. Caught Zimprich with the reshot. Zimprich able to stand back up quickly, clears the hands and hip ice away for no points given up. Still takes will take the 3-1 lead into the second period. So this duel started at 114 pounds with your Olson Accounting duel recap. with Marquise Jennings for the Broncos picking up the win by fall at the 1:16 mark of the first period. Mila Fitter for the Broncos at 1:21 receives the forfeit. Broncos led 12-0. Grayson Lyons and Tyler Burchell wrestled it out with Lyons picking up the narrow 3-1 win by decision. Broncos increased their lead 15-0. Gavin Robertson looked in great form as he defeated Kappas from Breck-Wahpeton by fall in 1:14. Robertson coming off that 5th place finish at the Unruh. Then Ryan Ing and Riley Kappas went out at 1:52. That was not before Breck-Wahpeton gave up forfeits at 39 and 45. So the Broncos take the 32-0 lead into 1:52. As the 4th place finisher in Ing and 5th place at the Unruh, Kappas battle it out with Ryan Ing picking up the win by fall. And 4:31, Broncos extend their lead. It was 32-0 after that win by fall. And now here 39-0 after that win by fall by Ryan Ing. Brings us here to 160 pounds, 1-point escape for Zimprich, puts him up 4-1. As the Broncos lead up your Bank North scoreboard by a score of 39-0. And nice little slide by duck under attempt by Zimprich. He's trying to take Breck-Wahpeton down to the mat. Now hip ice through. Bressler stood back up. Zimprich reshoots. Double. Nice power double and off the mat. That was freestyle. That would have been a big takedown, but action doesn't continue. You can't score off action taking you out of bounds. You have to have a toe or a point of contact in bounce. Here another nice duck under by Zimprich. Just not able to secure the legs in a mat return. Down to 2 seconds. And Zimprich takes the 4-1 lead here at 160 pounds as Breck-Wahpeton chooses bottom position. Broncos lead 39-0. I see my scoring mistake. It was 21-0 after 33, and then 12 more points made it 33-0 after 150, or going into 152, 160. Going into 160, we're 39-0. And a throw attempt here with that escape. That's 4-2 is your score. Now a 3-point takedown. That's a 5-4 lead for Breck-Wahpeton. They're working a cradle on Zimprich in the bottom position where the red singlet, yellow trim goes inside cradle, has the head locked up. And they're going to run it out of bounds, and he stepped out momentarily. And now they slide out of bounds. Zimprich down by 1 point. You're at 160 pounds. Looking for another goal behind, or another comfort behind win here for the Breck-Wahpeton Storm at 160. So we got a choice between two wrestlers, I think, for Breck-Wahpeton, either Carson Van Epps or Ryan Tirado. And Zimprich ties it up, 1-point escape. Now Breck-Wahpeton's going to try to hit the mat return for the 3-point takedown. He's going to drop down the leg on Zimprich, takes him down. He's going to take the lead again. Up 8-5 with 43 seconds. Has Zimprich with a half Nelson going to turn him over, working on the edge of the mat. And Breck-Wahpeton trying to get on the scoreboard in the duel. Has Zimprich going over to his back. Zimprich in some trouble on the edge of the mat. And the win by fall. With 26 seconds remaining in the third period. So 5:34. Puts 6 points on the board. For Breck-Wahpeton, we have Eli Lyons going out.
David Erlinson from Wahpeton Breckenridge. Eli Lyons.
That was a good matchup between Erlinson and Lyons. Lyons returning state place winner, placed third last year at the state tournament for the Broncos. You're at 172 pounds. So Lions, little inside trip, has double overs on Erlinson. Tried to hit the inside trip on Erlinson. Erlinson, we saw in that last match. Good balance, strong hips, strong core on Erlinson, so not going to do much to muscle him around. He's in on a single leg on Lyons. Lyons trying to whizzer out of it. Drags Lyons back to the center. Lyons going to go leg pass. Dives underneath. Looking for a little dynamic takedown here for Lyons. He's going to try to turn the corner. Erlinson returns the favor with that funk roll. Lyons going to go work on the head. Erlinson's going to elevate. Lyons hip ice back through. He has the leg isolated. Picks it up. Erlinson in a little bit of trouble. Lyons going to try to drag him back to the center. Return that favor. You're at 172 pounds. And Lyons with the three-point takedown takes the early lead. He's up 3-0 with 26 seconds remaining. So Lions with the early 3-0 lead. 39-6 is the dual score. Erlinson stands up on the edge of the mat. Lyons takes him out. He's trying to keep a toe and bounce. Just misses a scoring opportunity as they roll out. At Erlinson's back exposed. Little switch off the whistle, down to 5 seconds remaining, and not doing it as Lions counters the switch attempt by Erlinson. He takes the 3-0 lead. Into the second period, defers over to Erlinson. His choice chooses bottom to start the second. Lions with the 3-0 lead. Off the whistle, stand up, little inside leg, nice mat return. Erlinson's going to try to hit a switch. Good mat return by Lions, but Erlinson powers through, muscles through on the switch. Has that leg tied up. Lions goes back to the ankle. Down to minute 40 remaining on the clock here in the second period. Lions trying to hip whizzer. Erlinson back down. Goes crossface over the top. Erlinson forced to give up the leg. Lions breaks him back down. Couple returning state place winners going at it. Lions last year, third place at 160. That was a tough 160 weight class. David Erlinson placed fourth at 172 for Breck-Wahpeton. And Lions with the ball and chain, has the tilt hooked up on Erlinson. He's going to roll him over, trying to elevate. Has the shoulders exposed, picks up the count here, and picks up some near fall, at least a 2 count. And Lions with the near fall, now goes arm bar. Should have broke the hold there. Has the arm bar hooked up on Erlinson. He's going to pick up 2 near falls, or it looks like 3 locked up. Lions takes the 6-0 lead. No coasting in this match for Lions. Erlinson, dangerous wrestler. He hip ice through, trying for the defensive pin on Lions. Lions looks to roll through, comes out the back door. Erlinson escapes out of for a 1-point escape. Lions goes back in. Erlinson's going to try to hip ice around on this and throw Lions. Reaching back around behind Lions. Nice mat return is going to be, see who can power out of this one. Good scramble between Lions and Erlinson. Lions looking to pick up the 3-point takedown. Has Erlinson going to his back for the near fall. It's 9-1 lead for Lions. And the near fall, 4 near fall for Lions. 13-1. Lions lead over David Erlinson. Lions chooses bottom position and gives Lions the 1-point escape. So 14-1 is the score. Erlinson's going to look for the big throw. Lions see if he just wrestles defensive with Erlinson. He has the big lead. Erlinson with the nice power double. Lions goes double overs, trying to turn Erlinson. There's no let up in Eli Lyons as he takes the risk, and it pays off. Has Erlinson on his back with the double overs, throws him down to the mat, working for the fall now. He's up 17-1. Goes up Saturday night, right up over the top on Erlinson. Stretches him out. The Lions has the tech decision locked up. Work for the pin. Try to put that feather in the cap on this to win here for Eli Lyons over David Erlinson. Lions took the risk in that match and then paid off with the win by fall. There's 36 seconds on the clock in the second period. Give them 334. Not positive. So 45-6 for the Broncos. 189. Sletdahl going out. Had a great match against Valley City. Here's Riley Lucina, the 8th grader for the Broncos. Another man-child. So Sletdahl, 160-pound wrestler last year at the state tournament, state qualifier. Riley Lucina, their first year full-time varsity lineup so far. And nice double overs, little throw. As Sletdahl takes Lucina. Lucina's going to try to roll through. They give him the 3-point takedown to Sletdahl. And no, he waves it off. So he waves off the takedown as Sletdahl caught Lucina. Lucina going up over the top. And we're going scoreless, a minute 15, as Lucina able to roll through. So Henry Sletdahl, 4th place at the Unruh last weekend or over the weekend. Riley Lucina placed 5th, so another good matchup here. 4th and 5th place finishers at the Unruh. Attorney State qualifier and Sletdahl. Broncos trying to, or should say, will stay undefeated. They're up 45-6. In the duel on your Bank North scoreboard. The wrestlers, after that flurry open up the start of this match, wrestlers now just locked horns, pushing back and forth, working position. Underhook by Sletdahl, goes into Lucina, double overs, throws him down. He's going to score the 3-point takedown. And near fall at the end of the period keeps the point of contact in bounds, working for the fall at the end here. 2 seconds remaining. And Lucina with the big 3-point takedown for near fall takes the 7-0 lead. That's what happens when you wrestle Eli Lyons in practice. Picking up the tricks and the moves, has the hips. You're at 189 pounds. So he leads 7-0. So Lucina takes a 7-0 lead, starting in neutral position in the second period. He had the pinning combination hooked up. Looking for that move of the precision egg move of the match. And wrestlers out of bounds. So Bank North scoreboard, Broncos up 45-6. Broncos with the commanding lead. The wrestler still locked up in the center. An underhook by Sletdahl. Lucina just trying to pummel in. Sletdahl, that head buried into the shoulder of Lucina. Lucina now backs out, gets head to head, trying to work head position. That head is in the side of the temple. No, Sletdahl drops down to single. And Sletdahl's going to catch Lucina as Lucina dropped down. Sletdahl had the leverage up over the top on Lucina, down to 40 seconds remaining. Lucina's going to try to bridge out of this, but that's going to be we're going to be tied up here, 7-7. Sletdahl has a half Nelson hooked up on Lucina. It's deep. Lucina is just trying to keep those hips down. And Sletdal's going to try to roll him over. He has the back leg. Half Nelson buried in deep on Lucina. Gets north-south over the top. Those shoulders can't be up by much, and the win by fall for Henry Sletdal. Tied it up 7-7. Sletdal, another come-from-behind win. Caught Lucina dropping down. Had the leverage on him. With 17 seconds remaining. So here at 2:15. Brock Lions. So that could be your move of the match there for Sletdal. Catches Lucina. Brock Lions out there. 45-12 is your score. Moving up to 215 pounds. The wrestlers locked up collar ties. And Lions placed 6th at the Unruh last weekend. Scoreless in the first period. Locked horns in the center of the mat. And Chase Marsh, just looking at his for last at the Unruh, didn't place at the Unruh over the weekend. So they only place up to 6th place at the Dan Unruh tournament. Wrestler still locked horn. Marsh drops down. Little Russian tide drags him down. Drags that hand to the mat, plants it on. There's single leg attempt by Lions. Goes back now, tries to pick the ankle. Marsh backs out. Here with 25 seconds remaining. Marsh working over the top, has a chin hooked up. As Lions pushes him out of bounds for the restart. Here at 215 pounds, Broncos with the 45-12 lead. Lions in Marsh going at it. Down to 5 seconds remaining. Locked back up in the collar tie, shoulder, heads buried into each other's shoulders, just pushing each other around. Marsh drops down on a single, sprawl by Lions to end the period. Lions chooses bottom. Start the second period. I think Brock's starting to look a lot like Darren Lyons out here. If you remember back, Darren wrestling, I think it was 189 senior year. And 1 point here for a technical violation. So Lions takes the early 1-0 lead. Wrestled 189 and 1989 there for Darren Lyons. And down to minute 43, second to hit the nice Peterson roll by Lyons as he catches Marsh for the reversal. And Brock Lyons a lot more dynamic and confident this year out on the mat. Goes back to the ankle, now comes up over the top on Marsh, hits the crossface. Gonna try to cradle this up, walks up to the head, trying to step up to the head. Marsh isolates the hand, passes it over his head. Lyons has to get those hips behind him. Now he's gonna go inside cradle. Just a bulldozer, gets Marsh broke back, belly down to the mat. Still 3-0 your score. You're at 215 pounds. Lions scoring on a technical violation and 2-point reversal. Now Marsh able to back out, gets the 1 point escape. Now 3-1 is the score. Marsh going back on top, snaps Lion down right into a single leg as Marsh snapped Lions down into his legs. A 3-point takedown. Lions up by a score of 6-1 in the second period, and with 24 seconds remaining. And as this leg isolated on the near side, trying to score some near fall. Goes cross face over the top, trying to walk that far arm out. Nothing going, and Marsh back belly down, keeps those arms tucked up underneath. And that 6-1 lead for Brock Lions going into the third period. Neutral position to start the third. Here between Chase Marsh wearing the black singlet, white chest and back, against Brock Lions in the red singlet, red singlet, yellow trim. A nice single leg worked ahead of Lions. And then come down on a nice single. Trying to close the gap here. That'd be a 6-4 if he can pick up this takedown. Working out, trying to secure that far ankle. Lions is going to have to hit the splits. You're still trying to run away from Marsh. Stands back up. Going to bowl Marsh over. Throws him over to his back. And the win by fall. The cow catcher, the barnyard by Brock Lions. Catches Marsh and throws him over for the win by fall. So 2:27 on the pin by Lions. 51-12. Going into heavyweight.
Now wrestling for Wahpeton Breckenridge, Luke Anderson.
So
Lisbon, Aiden Hinkle.
Anderson and Hinkle going at it. Aiden Hinkle returning state place winner for the Broncos. Placed 7th last year at the state tournament. So just mentioned Chase Marsh last year, state qualifier. And Hinkle has the head and arm locked up, working for the fall here. Minute 30 remaining in the period. And the win by fall for Aiden Hinkle as the Broncos win this one. Gets 57-12. That's your final here with the win by fall by Aiden Hinkle. Or, excuse me, no, we still have 107. We started at 114, so take that back.
Now wrestling for Breckenridge-Wahpeton, Knox. Bolte for Lisbon.
And Bolte with a nice win to open things up for Breck-Wahpeton in that duel against Valley City. So Bolte in on a single leg on Fromke. Fromke able to hit those hips back up, trying to pick up that three-point takedown. Has it locked up in a cradle, hooked up on Bolte. You're going to roll him over here for Fromke. Fromke picks up some near fall on Bolte. And Fromke with the 4 near fall has a 7-0 lead. Bolte sits through. Locks the cradle up again, comes up over the top. So 56-12, take a point off of that. Is our score. Bolte working the reversal, has the arm caught, has Fromke a little bit high, and 2-point reversal. Now a 7-2 score. So 4-point near fall, 3-point takedown for Fromke, 2-point reversal for Bolte. And down under 30 seconds remaining here with Fromke and Bolte here at 107 pounds. Started the duel at 114. So a duel for the Broncos, in favor of the Broncos right now on your Banknorth scoreboard. 56-12. Fromke picks up the 1-point escape. Bolte drops down on a double, trying to score at the end of the period, and his time expires and no points awarded. It's a good scramble, though. Trying to score at the end of the period. And to start the second, it's an 8-2 lead for Fromke. Bolte was in on a double, but Fromke gets back around behind for another three-point takedown. He's up 11-2. Fromke turns the corner, has the cradle locked up. Another crossface on Bolte, the 7th grader. Fromke, an 8th grader, who had 107 pounds, locks up the cradle, working for the near fall in the pin. Bolte doing everything he can to try to bridge out of that. Fromke's going to lock up that leg to keep him from bridging out of it. That'll be a 15-2 lead with that 4-point near fall if he breaks this crossface. Now 15-2. Fromke goes back to the cradle, or the crossface cradle. Steps up, has Bolte cradled up once again. He's going to try to walk this over, takes him over his knee. And more near fall coming by way for Fromke. So Fromke will get out of this with the victory no matter what happens here after this. Can work for the fall or has the tech decision locked up. And that'll do it with the 4-point near fall. 19-2 win for Fromke. That closes out the duel. The Broncos, your final on your Bank North scoreboard, win this 62-12. The Broncos defeat the Breck-Wahpeton Storm in head-to-head competition tonight, Class B against Class A. 62-12 win for the Broncos. Just step away, take a word from our sponsors. Come back with your Olson County recap on yourliveevent.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
All right, welcome back to yourliveevent.com with our Olson County recap of our duel tonight between the Breck-Wahpeton Storm and the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos win this handily, 62-12. Opened up the duel at 114 pounds between Marquise Jennings and Hill Blankenship for Breck-Wahpeton Storm. Marquise Jennings wins by fall in a minute 16, put the Broncos up 6-0. 121 pounds, Milo Fitter for the Broncos receives a forfeit. Broncos go up 12-0. 127 win by decision for Grayson Lyons, 3-1. Broncos extend that lead now 15-0. 133, Gravin Robertson goes out and pins Kappas of Breck-Wahpeton. In a minute 14, Broncos increase their lead 21-0. Ryan Eng and Riley Kappas battle it out. This is a good first period. Lang extends his lead. So Ryan Eng, returning state place winner. Riley Kappas, returning state qualifier at 152. But Eng extended his lead up by 11-0 score, and he eventually wins by fall in the third period in 4:31. Put the Broncos ahead 39-0, I think was the score. So they were up 39-0 after 152. Lisbon picked up forfeits at 39 and 45. That pin by Eng put Lisbon up 39-0 as Jace Zimprich went out at 160 pounds, and he ended up losing by fall. Another come from behind win at 160 for Breck-Wahpeton. They win that one by fall in 5:34. It was 39-6 going into 172 pounds. And your Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel going to Eli Lyons. He wins handily, the winner by fall in the third period. At the 4:34 mark of the third period, he was up at one point in that match. It was 16-2 in the match, and then Lyons wins by fall. Went with the double overs and threw Erlinson to his back. So Lyons could have just coasted there and wrestled defensively, but he took the risk and wins by fall over David Erlinson. Both returning state place winners. Lyons third last year at 160. Erlinson was fourth last year at 172. The Broncos increased their lead. Now it's 45-6. Then Riley Lucina and Henry Slettendahl. Great battle there in that first period between Slettendahl and Lucina. Slettendahl came out through Lucina to his back. Lucina rolls through, gets back to the neutral position. Then at the end of the period, Lucina does throw Slettendahl to the edge of the mat with a 3-point takedown and 4 near fall. He led 7-0 after the first period. And Slettendahl came in with a big throw with 17 seconds remaining in the second period and wins by fall over Riley Lucina at 189. It was 45-6 our dual score. Or excuse me, 45-12 was our dual score. Going into 2:15, Brock Lions came out with a win by fall in 2:27 over Chase Marsh, and Aiden Hinkle, your winner by fall in quick fashion over Luke Anderson, the Broncos, with the dual final tonight, 62-12. Or excuse me, 56-12 to close things out for the Broncos against the Breck-Wahpeton Storm. So that is your final score here between Breck-Wahpeton and the Lisbon Broncos. We'll come up for a nightcap. Valley City Highliners versus the Broncos on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll come back with our Enbridge Energy player of the, or wrestler of the duel, and Enbridge Energy, or excuse me, our Precision Egg move of the match on YourLiveEvent.com.
We strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
You're welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. Look at our Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel going to Eli Lyons. Lyons with the winner by fall over David Erlinson. A couple returning state place winners going at it. Lyons taking all the risk in that match. It was a great back and forth battle, but Lyons with the win by fall in the third period over David Erlinson at 172 pounds. And then your move of the match coming at 189. That was between Henry Sletdahl and Riley Lucina. Lucina had the 7-0 lead going into the second period, had thrown Sletdahl at the end of the first, had the 7-0 lead, but Sletdahl returns the favor, hits a big throw on Lucina, takes him over for the pin, and that is your move of the match, your Precision Egg move of the match. Agassiz's Precision Egg move of the match here between the Breck-Wahpeton Storm and the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos win this by a score final 56-12 inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium on their home mats. And they will improve to 4-0 in duels with that win. Looking to pick up number 5 tonight against the Valley City Highliners. That's just ahead on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge-Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullus & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
At Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
All right, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. Our final duel of the evening, or nightcap between Valley City Highlanders and Lisbon Broncos. As Chase Coughlin here at 121, wrestling Milo Fitter for the Broncos. So Coughlin, with the early 5-0 lead, picked up a takedown and 2-point near fall on on Milo Fitter for the Broncos. Milo from Enderlin, North Dakota. Should say now from Lisbon, going to school in Enderlin. Here with 10 seconds remaining in the first period, and Coughlin with the 5-0 lead. And he picks up some more from here from the pin with 2 seconds. Stacks up. Milo Fitter for the Broncos. Here for Coughlin, 158. That was at 121 pounds. This is 127.
Wrestling, 127 pounds for Valley City, Trenton Giesler.
So Giesler and Lions.
Grayson Lions.
So Giesler and Lions going at it. Grayson Lions for the Broncos, returning state qualifier. Valley City last year at the state tournament. 11th place, scored 55 points. They bring out their 2-time state champion and return their 2-time state champion, Colton Griebel. He is state champion in 2023 at 113 and 106 in 2022, and then a state qualifier in 21. Last year he placed second at 133 pounds. They bring back state place winner Ryan Muskie at 172 pounds last year in state qualifiers, and Corbin, Dylan Hunt, Jaden Sir, and Owen Hunt. And they graduated one of their standout wrestlers in Ethan Miller last year. He was a state runner-up. Here's Lions for the Broncos. The Broncos bring back state qualifiers in Grayson Lions and Madden Schwab. So Madden Schwab back out here wrestling some at a prelim tonight, so that was good to see. They also bring back returning state place winners in Ryan Ing, Cruz Ranke, Noah Anderson, Eli Lyons, and Aiden Hinkle. Broncos second last year at the state tournament, scoring 150 points, 9-time state individual champions. And also dual champions, last dual championship in 2023. So 6-time dual champ, 9-time individual state champions. There's Lions, 2 more near fall. He has a 7-0 lead. Broncos graduated seniors. Blaze Ranke, a state champion last year. Cashin Wasteland is state champion last year. Mike Nelson placing 3rd, multiple state place winners, all 3 of them wrestlers. And then Jordan Dick, last year senior, graduating a state qualifier for the Broncos. And going into the second period, Lions with the 7-0 lead. Picks up a couple near fall and a takedown on Giesler. So Valley City takes the early dual lead 6-0 over the Broncos. Picked up a win by fall. It's Chase Coughlin over Milo Fitter. Minute 58, able to stack up Fitter at the end of the first period. And Lions looking to turk this leg over. Rolls through for Trenton Giesler. Now Lions goes back up. And works the crossface into the screwdriver. Steps around the head, has the chin whipped over. Gonna work for the fall. Trying to stick those shoulders to the mat. Goes chest on chest, has the arms locked up around the chest. Tight position, pinning combination for Grayson Lions. Here with 57 seconds remaining in the period. He has a 7-0 lead in the second. Giesler doing a good job fighting off his back. Lions has him stacked up in the win by fall for Grayson Lions.
Winner by fall, Grayson Lions.
Let's see, in 3:16 or 3:14 for Lions. With the win by fall. He was up 7-0. Win by fall for Lions here, going to 133 pounds. It ties the duel up now, 6-6.
Noah Anderson.
So Anderson with the quick three-point takedown. Callan Hansen out there. Callan Hansen out for Valley City. Noah Anderson, returning state place winner. Last year at the state tournament, third place. Year before, third place. A two-time state place winner for the Broncos, or I should say. For Anderson, here's takedown and trying to hit the near fall with that ball and chain tilt. Picks up a 2 count, so 2 near fall at least for Anderson. Has the 3-point takedown, picks up. Still no near fall awarded as Hansen able to belly back down to the mat. Now Chin whips him over here for the line, or for Anderson in the win by fall for Noah Anderson. 59 seconds. So Anderson wins by fall. Broncos now up 12-6. Greenlee goes out at 45. Or excuse me, 139 was Cruz Ranky. Or excuse me, okay, 45 is Ranky. Broncos do pick up a forfeit at 39. So Broncos up 18-6. So Ranky and Colton Griebel. Ranky will have his hands full here with Griebel to 3-point takedown. Griebel last year state runner-up, 2-time state champion. Ranky state place winner last year. He placed 5th at the state tournament. That was at 114 pounds. We're in the dual lineup. Russell's regular at 139 last week. Let's see at the Unruh. Nice hip ice back around. And then no points awarded yet as Griebel's going to try to step over. I'm sure he doesn't want to give up any points. Matter of pride here. And they wrestle out of bounds. No points awarded. 3-0 lead for Colton Griebel. Griebel state, or I should say Dan Unruh champ at 139. And Cruz Ranky placed 4th at the Unruh. And Colton Griebel with the 3-0 lead. Has a tilt locked up. Chicken wings it over, rolls through. Down to 35 seconds remaining in the first period. Griebel's not going to give up on it. He's going to try to tilt over Ranky. Ranky's going to work the hands. Right on the edge, has a no near fall, so didn't get the 2 counts out of it. Ranky tries to hit pice back through again on Griebel. Griebel rolls back to his base. Still has the chicken wing locked up, rolls backwards, and they're out of bounds. Dual scoring to Bank North scoreboard. Get this dual score caught up. Scorekeeper sleeping on the job. We are at 145 pounds. Here's Colton Griebel in the top position, has the 3-0 lead. He's tried to work the tilt. So far, Ranky not giving up any near fall. Griebel defers over to Ranky. Ranky's choice, he's choose neutral. Choose neutral at top on Griebel. And Griebel shoots in on a high crotch shot. Good sprawl by Ranky. Ranky dropped down as a single on Griebel. That's a scoring opportunity. Going to try to double up Griebel with the crackdown sprawl on Ranky. Takes that back ankle. Ranky is going to see if he can score. Got to put one arm over the top, one underneath. that forklift position and then throw those legs off your head. Griebel's going to do a good job tying up, trying to get the stalemate off of that single leg shot by Ranke. And stalemate here for restart back to the center of the mat between Ranke and Griebel. 3-0 lead for Colton Griebel. Snap down, passes the elbow and into a Russian tie for Griebel, working it on Ranke. Ranke doing all he can to circle out of it. Griebel, a lot of pressure into Ranke. Ranke drops down. Griebel snaps him down. Now goes front headlock. Step turns the corner for a 3-point go behind. Ranke's able to pass that arm over his head. Ranke still trying to pass it. Has that wrist tied up on Griebel. Not able to do much. Griebel with the 6-0 lead with that takedown. All back in control, in good riding position behind the elbows of Ranke, working hand control underneath. Down to 16 seconds remaining in the second period. Broncos, and now near fall. Oh, no near. Oh, no, picks up the 4 near fall. That's the end of the period. 10-0 lead after the 4 near fall awarded. Seven points scored in that second period. Griebel goes to bottom position. Just sit out to stand up, and nice hip ice back around for Griebel in the 1-point escape. Russell's back in the neutral position. 11-0 lead here. Ranke drops down, doubles up on Griebel. Griebel whizzers out of it. Now drops down to a single. Griebel goes back down to the shin whizzer. Has Ranke now in a little bit of trouble. Works the counter on Ranke. Trying to come up over the top with the head cradle. Still no points awarded. Good scramble position here. Ranke has the back leg here, far leg of Griebel wrapped up. Ranke's trying to elevate. Griebel's just trying to keep him down and score or get a stalemate call. Still scrambling. Griebel works back around hip ice over the top of Ranke. And back in the situation, here's Ranke back in that forklift position. Griebel ties him up around the waist. Ranke not able to do much. Takes him down to his hip and 3-point takedown. 14-0 with 35 seconds remaining. Oh, Ranke's made him work for the points. Griebel's going for the tilt. Try to close it out with the tech fall. Down to 24 seconds. Griebel with the 14-0 lead. An escape and a takedown, now into 7 seconds remaining. Had the 10-0 lead after the second period, led 3-0 after the first. And at the end of the period, he'll pick up the points necessary for the Tech decision. 16-0 with the near fall. So 18-11 is our score. Going into 152. 152 is Gabe Gruba going out. Gruba going out for the Broncos.
For Valley City, Cruz, Kappelman, and Gabe Gruba from Lisbon.
So Cruz Kappelman plays 6 at the Unruh. Gabe Gruba for the Broncos. Pretty sure he was up there, wrestled in the JV side of it for Lisbon. So Cruz Kappelman, a junior. Wrestling Gabe Gruba, freshman from Enderlin High School. Here with minute 19 on the clock in the first period. Broncos in the Highliners, 18-11 dual score. A 152-pound match. Started at 121, so we'll close things out tonight at 114. So here's Gruba and Kappeman. Kind of dancing around the middle of the mat. Now working wrist control, head and hands. Down to 35 seconds remaining in the first period. Gruba with the shot, comes back up. Nice sprawl by Kappeman. Gruba thought about the reshot. A little slide by. Turns the corner for Kappeman. Mat return on Gruba, gets him down to his knees for the three-point takedown. So down to 9 seconds in the first period. Gruba's going to try to stand up and score at the end of the period. Kappeman pulls him back on. Or back on top. Gruba's going to try to hit a switch at the end of the period and no points scored. So good flurry to end the period by Gruba. Trying to get something going off the bottom. Now decision for the Bronco time, or choice to start the second. Gruba picks bottom position. Off the whistle, Gruba stands up. Kappeman goes arms around the midsection, hip heist away for a 1-point escape for Gruba. Another slide by Kappeman. This time Gruba steps away from it. And a nice single leg shot by Kappeman, but Gruba caught him with the whizzer and then chin whips back across for the 3-point takedown. So nice takedown by Gruba. 4-3 is your score. He's down by 1, has the armbar locked up on the far side. He's trying to work around the top. You see Lisbon getting away from that bar half. Kind of big with the team a few years ago. Now see a little bit more, or a few more cradles last couple matches. And should say now a 4-3 is the score with the 1-point escape. So we're tied up at 4 between Gruba and Kappeman. Kappeman trying to work the head of Gruba. A little head tap. Now level change. Down block by Kappeman. Gruba follows it up with a collar tie. He just hesitated again on the reshot. Well, girls still wrestling over in the Omni. So that's also on YourLiveEvent.com. Now Gruba with the underhook. Throws Kappeman down. Gets around behind him for a 3-point takedown. At the end of the period, puts him up 7-4. So Gruba with the 7-4 lead here at 152 pounds. Kappeman chooses neutral. Gruba's scored the last 2 takedowns. Kappeman opened up that slide by down to a single on Gruba, scoring the takedown to open things up. He led 3-0 after 1. Gruba with an escape and 2 takedowns. Has a 7-4 lead. Kappeman scoring an escape after that first takedown by Gruba in the second period. Now down to minute 38. And Gruba and Kappeman dancing around the far side of the mat. Now going should say Kappeman goes hard into Gruba. Gruba throws him by out on the floor. Capum going hard back into Gruba. Gruba takes a couple steps back. Down to minute 13 remaining in the period. He has the 3-point lead. Takedown ties it up. Nice little slide. Another slide by this time. Gruba, though, he's on to the slide by. And Capum maybe looking a little gassed with the posture. Hands on the knees. Checks out Gruba. Goes back into him. Doubles down. Gruba catches him with double overs. He's going to go into Gruba. Throws him. Hip toss. Out of bounds. So down to 45 seconds. Capum back with the hands on the knees. Gruba dancing around. The stance motion in the center. Down to 35 seconds. Capum goes hands on the knees and flat-footed. Good time to follow it up with a shot on Gruba. Down to 20 seconds remaining. 7-4 lead. Capum is going to go in. Gruba's going to try to chin whip him back down. Doesn't catch him. Like he's trying to throw in the cash money on him. Down to 10 seconds remaining. Capum has to score here to tie things up. Gruba's going to back away. Still no stall warning given up on Gruba. May take one here at the end of the period. Down to 2 seconds remaining, and that's a win by decision for Gruba, 7-4.
Win by decision, Gabe Gruba.
21-11 going into 160. So Zimprich
160 pounds for Valley City, Tyson Clable.
and Tyson Clable.
Jace Zimprich.
So Tyson Clable didn't place at the Unruh over the weekend. Here's Zimprich. Pretty sure he wrestled the JV division. In the lineup at 160. So dual score 21-11, right at 160 pounds. The shot by Clable. He follows it up into Zimprich with the Dolvers. Throws, hip tosses. Tries to keep the feet in bounce, but no, is Clable able to roll through on that. Zimprich almost caught him, working the toes on the line. So good mat awareness by Zimprich after the toss, trying to keep those toes in bounce. Their high crotch shot, trying to turn the corner. Big mat return takes Zimprich down. Zimprich kind of grimacing after that mat return, takes the first 3 points here for Tyson Clable. And Clable working on top, down to under 25 seconds remaining. Zimprich trying to sit through and counter the armbar attempt by Clable. Now Clable's going to roll back on top, catches the arm back round over the top on the head. Picks up his near fall. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Zimprich just trying to get through it. Down to 5. Here's Clable working for the fall for the Highlanders. There's 4 near falls scored for Clable at the end of the period. So he caught Zimprich with the armbar. He's trying to counter with the kind of sit up and hip ice through on it. So Zimprich goes far ankle, far knee with the breakdown. Goes back to the ankle on Clable. We're at the minute 48 remaining. Oh, Zimprich isolates that far leg, has the crossface over the top here now. Clable trying to reach up and peel it off. Zimprich goes back to the crossface. He's trying to crossface that, walk out the far arm or walk out that arm. He turked that leg over. Now Clable able to Base up, hip ice through on Zimprich for the 2-point reversal. So good. And stand up into hip heist. Back around on Zimprich. He's up 9-0. Tyson Clable over Jace Zimprich. Clable has the armbar locked up, scoops the far shoulder. He's going to walk this around on Zimprich, going over to his back here with 45 seconds remaining. Smothers up over the top. Zimprich in a lot of trouble. Clable with the pinning combination. And the win by fall for Tyson Clable. 35 seconds remaining. So 3:25 on the pin for Clable.
172 pounds for Valley City, Jack Learwood. For Lisbon, Eli Lyons.
172, LaRue and Lyons. Lyons with the quick 3-point takedown. Lyons returning state place winner, third last year at the state tournament, 160 pounds. Turns LaRue over. He's trying to roll through on Lyons. Able to roll through, so no near fall given up. Lyons back down, working the single leg. Maintains control on top. LaRue stuffing the head down to the mat. Dual score 21-17 after that win by fall. The Lions back in control on top, works the ball and chain tilt, rolls LaRue over, back and forth, no points scored, and now scoops the head, trying to hit an inside cradle. Has the ankle spike there on the near side. Goes back to working that wrist underneath. Has it hooked up. Clable doing a nice job of countering, down to 36 seconds remaining. Lions with the 3-0 lead. Lions picking up the big win by fall over David Erlinson. A couple of state place winners going at it against the Breck-Wahpeton Lisbon duel. And 4 near fall now for Lions. LaRue able to roll through here at the end to close out the first period, 4 near fall. Turns LaRue over again. No, roll back and forth, roll through. 7-0 going into our third period, or excuse me, into our second period for Lions. With the lead on your Bank North scoreboard, 21-17 is their dual score. Still a lot of wrestling left. Started the duel at 121 pounds. LaRue goes into Lyons, counter, steps over the top, 3-point takedown, working some near fall. And 4 near fall for Lions. Has the 14-0 lead, has the tilt hooked up, or the armbar hooked up, captures the far wrist. Goes bar half, runs it over, working for the foul. He's got Lyons. The official slaps the mat and win by fall for Lions.
Win by fall, Eli Lyons. Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Eli's 100th win. So congratulations, Eli Lyons, on your 100th win. Well deserved. So 27-17 is your dual score, going up to 189. It's going to be a good match, Ryer Muskie and Riley Lucina. Muskie goes into Lucina, tries to double it up on the edge of the mat. Lucina steps back.
At 189, this is Ryer Muskie and
Muskie with the takedown. You're at 189. So Muskie in control on top, has the 3-point takedown. Minute 5 remaining in the first period. Lucina trying to work hands underneath the bottom, builds up his base. Still on the hip, tries to roll back around, not able to get back up to his base. Muskie with the pressure on top. Muskie keeping that head of Lucina buried down in the mat. A lot of pressure from Muskie. Returning state place winner at 172 pounds. Muskie works on top, isolating that far arm. Step back, hip heist back around, trying to hit the hammerlock and bring that arm, wrist and arm across back, or I should say across the back of Lucina at a 90, but not able to. Lucina still with enough strength to muscle down and not give up that arm. Now we're down to 4 seconds remaining in the first period. Muskie with the 3-0 lead at the end of 1. So Lucina's choice, 3-0 lead for Valley City. Broncos with the 27-17 dual lead. Brock Lyons and Hinkle coming up 215 in heavyweight. Then back down to the lightweights. Nice mat return here by Lucina. Muskie stands back up. Lucina trying to power him down again. Muskie able to stand up. Lucina gets him down, wrestling the edge of the mat. Here's Lucina and Muskie on the edge. And just a hip heist away from the escape, but Lucina able to drag him out for the restart with a minute 44 remaining in the second. Still 3-0, stand up by Muskie. Lucina forward trip for the mat return. Muskie stands up again. Lucina tries to crossface, keep the pressure on now. Hip heist and clears the hips. With the 1-point escape, 4-0 lead for Ryer Muskie. Lucina at the Unruh placed 5th last weekend, and out of bounds. Muskie trying to keep those toes in, but no points scored. 4-0 lead still for Ryer Muskie. Muskie placed 3rd at 189 at the Unruh. So 3rd and 5th place finishers. Muskie returning state place winner for Valley City. Little arm drag down to a single. A sprawl by Lucina. Muskie just trying to reel that leg in. Has Lucina going up, doubles up on it. On the edge of the mat. Lucina up over the top. In a nice trip. Takes Lucina hard down to the mat. Now with the 3-point takedown is up 7-0. Working the far edge, has the bar half locked up on Lucina. Now scoops the far wrist. Lucina trying to counter. Still working the edge with 19 seconds remaining. Now down to 10 seconds. And Muskie with the bar locked up goes to the half. Lucina belly down, trying to build up that base. Muskie with keeping the pressure on, down to 2 seconds as time expires. 7-0 lead. And Muskie chooses bottom. Here with Lucina. It looks like we may have blood time here on yourliveevent.com. So we'll step away and take a word from our sponsors. Come back. Bank North scoreboard. Broncos lead by a score of 27-17.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
All right, start of the third period. Muskie has that 7-0 lead. He started in the bottom position after that blood time. The wrestlers cleaned up, back for the restart. Muskie with a back-to-back-to-back stand-up attempts. Lucina returns them back down to the mat as they roll out of bounds for the restart. The minute 43 on the clock in the third period. And Lucina trying to hit that cradle, bring that head to knee, jump back over to the side, hit that cradle. Muskie powers out of it, working the edge of the mat here, trying to hip ice back around and gets away for the one-point escape. Now 8-0 is the lead. And a little slide by Muskie has Lucina going down to the mat, throws on a half Nelson to establish control. He's up 11-0. So here's Lucina, broke belly down under 50 seconds remaining. He's down 11-0. Muskie back ankle spiked on Lucina. Lucina head down, now broke down to his hip. Muskie in control on top, kind of the crab ride position, or up over the hips. Down to 12 seconds remaining in the third period. He has the 11-0 lead and wins by major decision. Unless something dramatic happens in the last 5 seconds, down by 11. Here's Lucina as time expires. That's your winner, 11-0. So the shutout pitch by Muskie. (27-21). Duel starting to get interesting.
Valley City, Dylan Hunt for Lisbon Brock Lions.
So you're at 215. Dylan Hunt and Brock Lions. So Dylan Hunt, state qualifier last year at 215 for the Highliners. And Hunt in on a double leg on Lions. Lions trying to hip ice back up, trying to pull those hip up off the mat. Hunt trying to turn the corner. Lions still trying to power up, keep those hips up. Hunt still turning the corner, and the three-point takedown awarded to Hunt. Now the three-point awarded. So 3 takedown. Lions trying to sit out, hip ice back around here and hit the switch. Hunt still following. Good scramble with Dylan Hunt winning that position and winning that little scramble after the hip ice. Gonna sit out to switch. Lions just not able to get back around, turn the corner. Hunt maintains control on top, has Lions broke belly down. Down to 30 seconds remaining. It's a 3-0 lead for Hunt. And Lions stands up, isolates, and hip ice away for the one-point escape. So much needed score at the end of the period at closing seconds. Down to 10 seconds remaining. Score is 3-1 between Hunt and Lions. (3-1) going into the second. Dual score 27-21. Muskie picking up the major decision for the 4 points on the board. So Valley City within 6. Oh, and the Lions a little bit wild there. Kind of had the wrist and we tried a snap down, but lost control. Went down to the mat. Hunt not able to follow it up with a shot. Has Lions back up to his feet now. Little stance motion, center of the mat. Goes back to isolate the arm on Hunt. Now trading collar ties. Little ankle pick attempt by Hunt. Lions follows it up. Down on the ankle of Hunt. He's deep into the leg on Dylan Hunt. Now Lions just trying to elevate this and turn the corner. Looking for a stalemate as Hunt, as Lions has the opportunity to score. If he can just come up over the top, pulls the head out, trying to establish control, and he does for the 3-point takedown. 4-3 is your score. So the 3-point takedown puts Lions up 4-3. So here's Lions in control on top now with the lead with 37 seconds remaining. And working the double thigh right, now goes back to the far ankle. Nice roll through, Granby through by Hunt, trying to catch Lions. Lions lucks out with the hip ice through on Hunt, trying to go into him and catch him on his back here for Lions. Has Hunt in a little bit of trouble on his hip, hits the half Nelson. Lions gonna power him over, 13 seconds remaining. Has the head scooped. They're going to try to stretch it out, working for the fall here on the returning state qualifier. And the pin for Brock Lions at 215 pounds. At 3:55 into the second period. So at 3:55, Lions with the win by fall. A little breathing room now for the Broncos. So Owen Hunt and Aiden Hinkle going out there. Still 2 more weights to wrestle after 106 or 107 and 14. Owen Hunt returning state qualifier for Valley City. Hinkle returning state place winner, 7th last year at the state tournament. Nice little snap down to a go behind for Hinkle. So Hinkle still working on top, down to minute 20 remaining. Get that move of the match to Brock Lions, looking like he gets that precision egg move of the match. Now Hunt with the reversal on top, trying to turn the corner on Hinkle. Has Hinkle broke belly down, has a crossface locked up. Still no points awarded here. Owen Hunt just misses out. Yes, Hinkle powers back up to his base, and the wrestlers go out of bounds for the restart. With the 3-0 lead for Hinkle. And Hinkle, after the stand-up, has the big single, and Hunt's going to roll Hinkle through, and gives him the 1-point escape off the return. So Hunt and Hinkle going at it. 33-21's our dual score. We're at heavyweight. So important match here. Broncos win this, they should win the dual, but still 2 weight classes to go. So Valley City defeated earlier tonight by Breck-Wahpeton 36-30. The Broncos rolled Breck-Wahpeton 56-12. And Breck-Wahpeton just coming out on those scrambles in that match. On top, picking up some come from behind wins or come from behind pins over Valley City to give them that win 36-30. In our first duel of the evening, the Broncos came back, defeated Breck-Wahpeton 56-12. Now they're locked in a good battle with Valley City 33-21 here to start the second period. It's a 3-1 lead for Hinkle. Hinkle's probably not used to going the full match as Hunt's going to go into him. Hinkle's going to throw Hunt down, has that head and arm locked up. Going to try to turn the corner, gets on top. Still circling, so Hinkle now picks up the 2-point reversal. A lot of action by the big guys for the 2 points. Has the butcher locked up, or the screwdriver as we like to call it in the old school days. Runs it around. Just trying to get chest on chest. Now he's going to readjust a little bit. Picks up his near fall. So 5-1's your score with the 4 near fall. 9-2 with the 1 escape. So 9-2. Pummeling in here is Hinkle and Hunt. Hinkle trying those throw. Hunt, the big boy himself, and all he's got to do is catch Hinkle on his hip, and it could be all over with Hunt on top. You're down to a minute remaining. We're in the second period. See who has the gas to go the distance. Here, Hinkle and Hunt. Now double unders by Hunt. Goes head and arm on Hinkle. Hinkle's going to try to return the favor. Goes headlock, and they fall out of bounds, and Hunt's going to roll on top of Hinkle, and 3 points awarded. Hinkle's in trouble on the edge of the mat with the near fall. And Hinkle also touching the floor and the toe out of bounds, so 3 near fall, or 4 near fall in the takedown. I don't know if the score is right. It's 9-8. We're in the second period, 34 seconds remaining. So 9-8 score. Hinkle's up by 1. And a caution on the start by Hunt. That is the right score. Now Hinkle tried to hit a Granby, not able to clear the legs, so no windshield wipers. Broncos and the Highliners in a lot of rolls, but not clearing the legs. Down to 15 seconds. And mat return by Hunt. 9-8's your score. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Here's Hunt working Hinkle. Goes hammerlock. Yes, time expires. And Owen Hunt giving everything he can. Aiden Hinkle in neutral. Here's Hinkle looking a little bit gassed, slow to get up. See where the conditioning comes in between Hunt and Hinkle. So Owen Hunt going into Hinkle, backing up. Has to watch the stalling here as he backs up again. That circles in now. Down to minute 49 remaining. Said the pivotal match. And Hinkle's going to try to roll through. Hunt steps across and catches Hinkle, working for the fall. And Hinkle flat on the mat, and a win by pin for Owen Hunt over Aiden Hinkle. 1:37 in the third period. Say 4:23 on the pin for Hunt. Makes things interesting now. So Micah Fromke and Trapp going at it. So Fromke wins the match in any fashion. The Broncos would win the duel. And Fromke has the cradle locked up. And it's tight. He just has to roll him over, but does pick up the 3-point near fall. Or excuse me, 3-point takedown. Well, here's Fromke going back to that cradle, has it locked up, turns him over. And working for the fall. Here's Micah Fromke trying to put this duel out of reach of the Highliners. 4-point near fall, goes back to the cradle. Locks it up again. Rolls him over. Fromke trying to settle in, get those hips pushed away. Another 4-point near fall. Now has the half Nelson up on the far side as he breaks the cradle for Fromke. Should be up 11-0. And Fromke has it locked up again, looking for 4 more near fall and to close this one out with a tech fall. In the first period, down to 9 seconds, working for the pin. The shoulders are flat, and the pin for Micah Fromke. Fromke working on that Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel. In 153 for Fromke. Puts the duel out of reach now for Valley City, 39-27 Lisbon. So Marquise Jennings going out there for the Broncos at 114 pounds. Here's Jennings in on a body lock, goes cross face on Valley City, picks up the takedown. So Jennings up 3-0. So Marquise Jennings with that 3-0 lead. Broncos on the Bank North scoreboard, up 39-27. Here's Carter Coughlin, picks up the reversal. And now it's 3-1 between Carter Coughlin and Jennings. There's a couple 7th graders. Jennings, he tried to throw on Coughlin. Coughlin takes him over to his back, giving up some near fall in the takedown. So we got 3 takedown in 34 seconds remaining, and the roll off the edge of the mat. So good move by Jennings. Get off for the restart. (39-27) is your score. Broncos on top of the Bank North scoreboard. Match score in Bank North scoreboard is 8-3 in favor of Carter Coughlin. Picks up the escape, takedown in near fall. Jennings working for the escape on the edge of the mat. Coughlin pushes him out for the restart. 8-3 is your score. Jennings picks up the first takedown. So Carter Coughlin, a 7th grader. Mark Jennings, a 7th grader. Just on the edge of the mat, he gets this 2-point reversal. Looks like this is going to be a barn burner back and forth. We're 8-5 with 8 seconds remaining in the first period. So Coughlin tries to hit the stand up off the whistle, down to 2 seconds. Jennings trying to get through without Coughlin scoring just as he hip heists back across and runs out of time for an 8-5 lead for Carter Coughlin going in. A couple of 7th graders battling it out. Here's Jennings, chooses bottom position. 2 minutes on the clock for Marquise Jennings. As he stands up right away off the whistle. Good first move. Coughlin and Jennings going at it. Jennings going to pick up the 2-point reversal. Steps through. Has the leg turked. And the 7-8 1-point lead now for Coughlin off the whistle. Jennings stands up. First move. Fires out of there. Hip ice back around for the 2-point reversal. So restart after a stalemate called by the official. Here's Coughlin's Marquise Jennings gives up the 2-point reversal. Wisely just gave that up. Could have done more damage there with Coughlin. Jennings, nice sit out. 10-7's your lead. Jennings hits that funk roll, trying to come out the back door. Coughlin able to recover from it. Jennings back down, broke belly down. Coughlin working on top. Here's 10-7, 3-point lead for Carter Coughlin in the second period. Now Jennings hip ice back around. Coughlin trying to catch him. Jennings still working through this. His shoulders are on top of Coughlin, so he won't give up any near fall in this position. Maybe a stalemate here. As Jennings still working through, is going to pick up the 2-point reversal. So Jennings comes out on top of the scramble. 10-9's your score. Back to a 1-point lead for Coughlin and Jennings. Little hip ice catches Jennings. Now 1-point escape, goes up 2 by 2. 11-9's the score at the end of the second period. Good battle going on between the 7th graders. Coughlin's choice chooses bottom. So Jennings looking a little gassed here in this big varsity match. So 12-9 is the score. Jennings with trying to hit the big 3-pointer. Coughlin able to kind of chin whip him. Gets back around on Jennings. Not sure what happened there, but Coughlin just come out on that. Has a half Nelson locked up on Jennings. That arm is locked up behind. As he catches Jennings. So it's a good battle there between the 7th graders with Coughlin coming out on top here at 114 pounds. The final dual score, 39-33 in favor of the Broncos. Broncos remain undefeated. They go 5-0 this year in duels up to this point of the season. Broncos on the boys' side back in action on Saturday up at the Al Larson Invitational Tournament. You'll find that on yourliveevent.com. Coverage coming to you from Carrington, North Dakota. And then also we'll have the girls tournament tomorrow on your live event up from Carrington. So both days of coverage, boys and girls tournaments up at the Al Larson Carrington Invitational Tournament. We will step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back, recap our match tonight in Olson County recap, and then give away our Enbridge Energy Wrestlers of the Duel, our Wrestler of the Duel in our Agassiz Precision Egg move of the match.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge-Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. You have your Olson Accounting recap of the match, recap of the duel this evening. The duel opened up at 121 pounds with Chase Coughlin defeating Michael Fitter of Lisbon by fall at 158. Valley City went up by a score of 6-0. Grayson Lyons for Lisbon Broncos won by fall over Trenton Giesler in 3:14. Tied the duel up at 6-6. Noah Anderson and Callan Hansen went out, at Anderson picking up the pin in under a minute. 59-second pin for Anderson. Broncos take the 12-6 lead and then maintain that lead for the rest of the duel. Valley City making it interesting late. But at 139, it was Lisbon picking up the forfeit at 139. Broncos went ahead 18-6, 145. State place winner Cruz Ranke went out there against two-time state champion and state runner-up from last year, Colton Griebel. Griebel wins by technical decision in the third period, 16-0. That was an 18-11 dual score. 152 pounds, Gabe Gruba and Kappenman went out there. Gruba for the Broncos, and that was a win by decision 7-4 for Gruba. Broncos went up after 152 pounds, 21-11. Jace Zimprich and Tyson Claybowl went at it, scrapping away in the second period. Claybowl comes out on top with win by fall in 3:25 over Jace Zimprich at 160 pounds. And then the Broncos at 172 pick up a pin from Eli Lyons. And the Broncos go up by a score of 27-17. Riley Lucina and Ryer Muskie, returning state place winner Ryer Muskie over Riley Lucina by a major decision, 11-0. 27-21 after 189, 215. Brock Lyons with the move of the match comes out with the win by fall in 3:55 over Dylan Hunt, the returning state qualifier. And the Broncos take the 33-21 lead. And then your Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel, Owen Hunt, wins by fall over returning state place winner Aiden Hinkle of the Lisbon Broncos in 4:23. So give Owen Hunt the Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel. And then at 107 pounds, Micah Fromke cradled his way to win by fall in 1:53. And then you just saw that match between Marquise Jennings and Carter Coughlin. Coughlin eventually winning by fall as he just out-conditioned Marquise Jennings in that one, picking up the pin in the third period. So that was Coughlin over Marquise Jennings at 114 pounds. And that closed out your dual score. Your final tonight, 39-33 between the Broncos and the Valley City Highlanders. Broncos moved to 5-0 on duels. And just talk about your Enbridge Energy wrestler of the duel. Life takes energy from Enbridge, energy for life, enbridge.com for your career opportunities. And that one tonight going out to Owen Hunt. Hunt and Hinkle battling it out. Hinkle at the end of one had the 3-1 lead, but then Owen Hunt came back in that second period and just out-conditioned Eli Hinkle, eventually picking up the pin over the returning state place winner at 4:23. And that put that match, or that win, put Valley City back in the duel. So got him back within a striking distance. It was 33-27 after that. The Broncos needed the win here at 107. They got that from Micah Fromke with the win by fall to put the duel out of reach of Valley City. But Owen Hunt doing his job out there with the win over Aiden Hinkle, giving Valley City a chance in this one. And then your Enbridge Energy, or I should say your Agassiz Precision Egg move of the match, your local precision egg planting dealer at Agassiz Precision Egg of Hillsboro, North Dakota. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. They are your precision egg, or Brock Lyons is your precision egg move of the match here as he picks up the win by fall over Dylan Hunt and put the Broncos up 33-21. And that was at 215 pounds. Hunt led 3-1 after the first period, but Lyons not giving up, able to throw Hunt to his back and picks up the win with 5 seconds remaining in that second period at 3:55. So he has your Agassiz Precision Egg move of the match here on YourLiveEvent.com. So just like to thank our sponsors tonight for your Bank North scoreboard, your Olson Accounting match recap, your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, From Stock Growers Bank and your small town bank and big time partner with Stock Growers mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. That's your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. And then our Agassiz Precision Ag Wrestler of the Duel, or Move of the Duel. And then our Enbridge Energy Wrestler of the Duel. I'd like to thank those feature sponsors and all our sponsors for bringing you the high school athletics here on YourLiveEvent.com. And just for the Broncos, they win this duel here. 39-33, they defeated Breck-Wahpeton earlier, 56-12. And then Breck-Wahpeton took the opening duel over Valley City, 36-30. The Breck-Wahpeton improves to 2-1. Valley City drops to 0-5 in duels. And Lisbon improves to 5-0 after this evening. Broncos back in action on Saturday on the boys' side, girls' side tomorrow. As the girls also active this evening, you could watch that or may still be able to watch that on YourLiveEvent.com. So this is Sports Announcer guy Brent Dick signing off here from Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth high atop the bleachers inside the Lisbon Gymnasium. Everybody have safe travels and see it on, I guess, Friday and Saturday at the Al Larson Carrington Invitational Tournament.